Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Super Old Games Saturday. It's the retro gaming show I put on every Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to give you classic gaming goodness, badness, any kind of ness you would like, and keyword tonight, what you want to see, based on what you're driving to this show in the chat, and any games you've been requesting. And as I mentioned, this entire year, and I'll keep this going as we go along anyway, anytime you have a request that you want to see something, asking you shall receive, I'm fulfilling at least one of those a month. Tonight, we're on the Nintendo Switch to fulfill one of them, and it is a retro case. You're seeing me with the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom side of things here for the Switch Online case. Yeah, tonight on the request of Electverse, we're going to be playing Star Fox, released on the Super Nintendo, actually 29 years ago on Monday, in Japan at least. It was in March of 1993 for the US. But yeah, we're going to be playing it through this, which is one of only 2 re-releases it's gotten. It was on Super Nintendo itself, and it was also on the Super Nintendo Classic Edition unit. But in 2019, they put it onto the Switch Online, so we're going to run it that way. And I do have the Super Nintendo controller, so I can get the form factor going. And I also practice this game because, unlike Star Fox 64, which we played last year, and had a great time playing that, this one I don't have as much familiarity with, or familiarity anyway. So I want to do some practice. I want to at least look like I'm doing decent on this. In fact, let me show you. Yeah, I played this game for 12 hours, although not all 12 hours of that was practicing this. Point is that, yeah, this was a big deal when it came out in 1993. It was actually a combination of efforts from Nintendo and Argonaut Software, who helped develop it for Nintendo, basically working on a lot of the tech reasons for this, because this is a game that was pushing 3D polygons on the Super Nintendo at a time when you were mostly seeing that in the arcades, with stuff like Virtua Racing, which had come home on the Sega Genesis. Also similar to this in that there's a specific chip inside the cartridge that powers it. In the case of this one, it is the Super FX chip, of which this is the first game to use it, and there are 9 other ones, or fine, 9 total. Technically 9 total. 8 if you count everything except the sequel to this, which is actually right here. This was not released until 2019 officially. It was a development and canceled in favor of Star Fox 64, but when the Super Nintendo Classic Edition unit came out, Nintendo said, alright, it's finished, or was finished specifically. Even Dylan Cuthbert, who was at Argonaut Software, which unfortunately is no longer around, he said he was doing development for Star Fox Command on DS. He said, yeah, I've seen a basically finished version of this. And then when that unit came out years later, Nintendo said, alright, let's put it on here, and it's on Switch Online. So yeah, we can do Star Fox 2 at some point, as well as everything else you'll want to see perhaps on the Super Nintendo side here. Hello and happy game night to you, Dolly Finn, and same back as well. Welcome to the show. We're playing Star Fox for Super Nintendo, running through the Switch Online, using the Super Nintendo controller I have for it. And yeah, there's a bunch of things on here. We're also going to get to a little bit of an elephant in the room that's not necessarily affecting Star Fox here. But yeah, that Wii U and 3DS shop close. We'll get into that a little later when you want to talk about it, when I feel that there's a good reason to do it. But yeah, I was saying that Star Fox for Super Nintendo is what we're playing tonight on the request of Electverse. Let's take a look at this. This came out in 1993, as I mentioned. It was powered by the Super FX chip built into the cartridge, of which there were 9 games that came out that utilized it, which was this was one of them, Stunt Race FX was another, Yoshi's Island, which is probably the best game that used it, I would say, and Doom on Super Nintendo. They used the Super FX chip to run that, barely, but it sort of ran. But anyway, yeah, we are going back into the Lilat system with the first game in the series, as we're seeing Space, the Final Frontier, and we're having that machine coming over and taking over Corneria with the creation of Andros, the evil scientist who has been banished to the planet Venom. We played the Nintendo 64 version this last year, but on Electverse's request, we're playing it on Super Nintendo. Yeah, here it is. Released in 1993 by Nintendo and Argonaut Software. So yeah, that was an interesting case of having Japanese and American developers kind of tandeming this game specifically. But yeah, right there on the screen. That's what the Super FX chip was providing to this game. Polygons, a lot of them. At a time when you really weren't seeing that on a 16-bit system, whether it was the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis. It's very cool. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting case we're going to be getting as far as how well has this game aged necessarily, which is definitely a question mark, but the fact that this game is still as fun and as playable as it is, despite some of the things we're going to see, I think speaks volumes, and it was something that, it is an important part of Nintendo's history when you really think about it, because, well, I'll say this before we start, this was a time when Genesis and Super Nintendo were ruling the roost as far as video gaming. There were other companies who were saying, let's do stuff with 3D. They kind of fell by the wayside. Sega got into that with add-ons with the 32X and the take a CD. And Nintendo's attitude was, we're going to do this with the Super Nintendo specifically, and that was the idea of Argonaut Software. Dylan Cuthbert, who was one of the programmers on this, saying, we want to put a specific chip in the cartridge for the purpose of powering these polygonal graphics. You're seeing me with the R-Wing there in the control options, of which you have 4 of them. You have A, B, C, and D. Change the controls over a little. I tend to run A for the purpose of this. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting case that what Nintendo was doing, and also their perspective of saying, well, we're going to have this chip in the cartridge, but we're also going to make it so that it's not costing more than a regular Super Nintendo game, because Sega sort of did something similar with Virtua Racing, which is an arcade port of theirs. They brought it to the Sega Genesis using the SVP chip. I remember at the top of my head what it stands for, but I'll put a edit in the video here to explain that. But that game cost $100 when it came out, and I have 32X, as I've mentioned, and we played stuff on that before. That cartridge will not work on a 32X, which is why they released Virtua Racing on that system, I guess, to get around it. But Nintendo's attitude was, hey, everything you want to play is on Super Nintendo, and if we have to put in a chip for this, and I guess feasibly eat a cost that way, we're going to do it. And also, the idea is, like, they didn't necessarily eat a cost, because this game took off pretty strongly. Alright, we have our controls here of moving up and down. You can invert it, or get it so you're not going down and up with up and down, or change your view. Use your Y button for the blasters. Use the brake on the B button. The boost is the X button, and bombs on the A button. Hit the A buttons again to get it going. And yeah, flashing light warning, sort of. I will go to that, despite the fact this is an emulated version. Yeah, chat, let me know any memories you have of Star Fox as a franchise, or this one. Whether it's on Super Nintendo, on Switch Online Now, or on the Super Nintendo Classic Edition unit, where it's also available. Alright, so you press start, you can start the game however you want. Well, fine. Main games where we're going to be going. We got 3 paths we have to go to. But first, we're just training. I definitely want to do this, even though I practice this game for about 10 hours probably total, based on the count on this system. But yeah, because I just want to make sure I'm playing this game decently. I think I'm ready, at least for the first 2 paths. For path 3, I don't know. But yeah, that's why we're doing training. And like Star Fox 64, you have the training this way, flying around and seeing, yeah, General Pepper there. And you have the garble voices going, as well as Peppy here, my teammates. Oh, I'm working for General Pepper, but yeah, General Pepper's testing us, and Falco Lombardi there does not like hearing that. Oh my god, it's hard. Oh, so Dolphin, you played this game. Am I taking that right? And I agree with you 100% if that's the case, but yeah, absolutely. This is a hard game, for sure. It was for me. Okay, so you have experience with this version, and I guess it is the Super Nintendo version, or any experience also with the other games in the series. Yeah, because this game is not screwing around with some of its aspects of difficulty. It is, but it's still fun. And that's the important distinction. And we've said this before on the show, when it comes to difficulty of games. By the way, you have to fly through the rings, and General Pepper will give you marks feasibly, so get ready to fight the enemy. Yeah, boost through, or hit the wall. Alright, sorry I doubted you, press start. Yeah, basically saying there is that you can fly around freely if you want to, and just fly around through the rings to do some training. But yeah, that is an interesting point to say that this game is insanely hard, but it is also, or can be, but it also is fun, and that's a difficult balance to get going. The idea of a game is it can be difficult in places, really difficult. We're gonna see that at Path 3 on this one, for sure. Oh, alright, fine, I missed that. It's not a problem as far as it, but that it's still, you still want to come back to it, sort of, still, and that's even despite the fact that we have an even better sequel to this in Star Fox 64 specifically, and I guess to some degrees with Star Fox 2, although I have not played Star Fox 2 that much. Yeah, I'm trying to break. Yeah, you can't really die too much here, but yeah, I'm just flying through, and I do want to show off one of the part. Yeah, Slippy Toad, yeah, my other wingmate. Yeah, we're doing flying in formation, which is pretty difficult. And there is Falco saying, "Follow me, Fox!" But stay in formation, so Peppy Harris saying, "Yeah, we are the Star Fox team. In this game, we are working for General Pepper. The R-Wings are owned by him. This is these are, as far as this game is concerned, it is a prototype flight craft of his. So we have to show that we can handle it and save the Lilat system from Andros, who we'll see way later. Actually, we're going to see him 3 times. You have to kind of follow the line here of the, I guess, the vector trace. Yeah, run in the 3D case of that, but yeah, stay in formation and try and do this so that your teammates don't say that, oh yeah, you're slacking. Oh. Yeah, but it's not easy to do. Alright, but yeah, we'll see, keep it going as you get in these great... Alright, what's wrong with you today, Fox? Yeah, please don't let this be translated to the rest of the game. Hi, Electverse, welcome to the show, welcome to Star Fox for Super Nintendo. On your request, thank you for requesting it, and I'm glad to be playing it. Running the training mode to start, just because I want to make sure I'm ready. I've practiced this game significantly. I want to at least show that I have some skill with this, that I can at least kind of handle myself pretty decently. That being said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to promise on Path 3. I practiced significantly on this game. I put 10 hours into practicing this game alone, just because I said, I want to be ready to show this, because unlike Star Fox 64, which we played last year, and that was a great time. If you haven't seen Star Fox 64 play we did of that, okay, like first, I know you did because you were here for it. Dolly Finn or anybody else, if you missed it, it is on the YouTube site. I would recommend that one very highly. We had a great time going through all our memories of that one and the franchise, and same with this one. Be right back, I need a drink. Yeah, I can relate. I've got 4 water bottles here as we're going along. I'll do the formation at least to start. Try to do it one-handed, sort of, while I'm holding the water bottle in my hand. Yeah, I get the idea of needing to be hydrated for the purpose of this, but yeah, definitely worth doing that for the purpose of this as we're flying along. Yeah, I guess to go into the controls again briefly, yeah, you're flying up and down. Down is going up, and forward is down. You can change it if you so desire. L and R will tilt you. You tap it twice, and you'll do a barrel roll, which is the N64 game, but still, same idea here. It also sort of reflects shots in some cases, but yeah, it's a tough one to get working in this one compared to how Star Fox on N64 was. Whoa. Yeah, at least, okay, yeah, okay, fine. They dispersed without saying that I had a problem with this, so you know what? Also, because we're in training, I'm going to show one other thing off. I'm going to tilt down. I'm going to hit the ground. Yeah, wing damage. We do not want to see that when we're playing. Since we're doing practice, I'll only show that. Yeah, when that happens, you lose your laser upgrades, which you'll see later. You know, just, you know, make it look symmetrical. Let's bust the other one. I am not getting myself hurt now. When I play the actual game, that will change. And you do get the voice work, which was done by Dan Owson, who is actually a guy who worked at Nintendo Power and actually worked at Nintendo specifically doing localizations for a lot of their games. He still works at them now. In fact, I think he helped with the localization of Ring Fit Adventure on Switch a couple years ago, as well as some other stuff like Yokai Watch and Earthbound and Tellero Boxer for Virtual Boy. But yeah, we don't want our wings to be damaged because my laser upgrades go away. That's on the Y button, use your lasers, B, use your brake, X, use your acceleration, A, use your bomb, and you shoot it off, and you can detonate as well, and boom, let the frame rate go. And when you're done, yeah, yeah, watch where you're flying! Yeah, to quote, Star Fox, what, oh wait, my teammate was gonna kill me, specifically. He was like, yeah, I'm doing this on purpose, my friends. And I guess, General Pepper's really mad, because unlike Star Fox 64, where we basically built our own R-Wings, which Slippy did, that was the idea. Alright, so, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm not matching the, outline. Well, fine, the wings are just suggested. Is it? I'll do this just for this one part, I'll let them go. Yeah, I'm staying in formation as best as I can, but my wings are not going to be surviving. And then we'll get to the actual game where, yeah, what's wrong with me today? Yeah, I did that on purpose, Falco, but, yeah, we'll be, good. Yeah, hit start button and you go back to the menu. Alright, so yeah, you do have the training, so you can kind of play around. Be safe, sort of, or if you die feasibly there, which you really only can do by crashing through obstructions, which there's a couple on the path, but hitting the ground wasn't hurting me. When we go to the actual game, it will. Yeah, you could go to training for the purpose of that, or hit game, we're gonna go. Alright, and get this great triumphant music going on. I'll go into that in just a second, but we have 3 paths we're gonna go through, and we have all 3 we have to go through. We have level 1, which we're gonna start on. Go to Corneria, the asteroid field, the Space Armada, Meteor, which I guess is like Meteo from Star Fox 64, and Venom. All paths lead to Venom, by the way. That's where Andros is going to be able to go fight him. Level 2, we're starting at Corneria. You're always going to start Corneria for this, just like some later games of the series. Going to Sector X, Titania, Sector Y, and Venom again. And then level 3, I am dreading this. This is the hard path. These are difficulties, basically. 1 is the easiest, then 2, then 3. 3, we're going to the asteroid field again, as well as Fortuna, Sector Z, and Macbeth. And here's the other thing that's interesting about this. Well, the shooting star, which randomly comes, it's just for visual effect, but the thing about this is that unlike Star Fox 64, this is one thing that is interesting about it. Even though we're going to be playing a lot of the same levels more than once, especially Corneria, which we're going to see the most, they do change the level layout depending on the level you pick. Or fine, they change the stage layout based on the level you pick. Let's make it, you know, better that way. Yeah, we'll do this last. I'm dreading this. This is insanely hard. And, I guess, Dolly Finn, since you have experience with Star Fox and Super Nintendo, I don't know if you played level 3, but even the other ones are not easy. This is definitely a harder game than Star Fox Super Nintendo, or fine, no, Star Fox 64, for sure. We'll get into that as we go. Alright, actually, before I start, I also will mention the thing as far as the music. This was done by Hajime Hirasawa, who also did the music for the Super Scope 6 game that's bundled in with the Super Scope unit of Nintendo's for the Super Nintendo. Aside from that, and, well, he had a special credit in Wave Race on Game Boy, as well as a game called Time Twist that was only in Japan. He then left Nintendo, actually before this game came out. There's a question apparently on... He was thinking Nintendo was not going to be giving him, credit for his music, effectively. His name is in the credits for this, so it's not that concerned, like, what's the ownership case? So he left, and he actually started an IT company, Faith Incorporated, which actually pioneered a lot of tech for, cell phone ringtones. But yeah, and he's still there to this day. Yeah, we're getting the case of his music, this great triumphant stuff. As we start Path 1, we are starting our Corneria as General Pepper over there, the dog, who's wearing sunglasses in this game, like the later ones. He's giving us a little bit of a mission briefing. Star Fox team, our last results to counterattack Venom. Good luck. And the game is going to be saying it, too, when I hit that start button.
Good luck.
And that is Dan Elson saying that. And this look, oh my god. I do get some voice going on as far as, like, emergency. Incoming enemy fighters. Alright, yeah, and in 1993, this is a big deal, because you're thinking, like, wait a second. Genesis and Super Nintendo are all about sprites, but yeah, you're not seeing polygons like this. For sure, so this definitely set a lot of people's excitement going. It said, like, wow, look at this. Maybe it doesn't look like as much anymore, but it's still impressive going back to the time. That's what I tend to like to do for this. Just look, think back to 1993. What was gaming looking like? And look what this game was doing, despite the fact, like, what's going on with the tech of it. Alright, we are in Corneria, in this wonderful music. I do love it so much. And there is Slippy. Unlike the later games, you can't shoot them down, but enemies can. If they do, they are gone the entire game, so we don't want to have that happen. Alright, did you see me? Yes, we did, and what we're gonna do is, yeah, you go into the arches and you get Twin Blaster over here. We want this. There we go. Now we have a much stronger laser to be shooting with. So yeah, everything will die, hopefully easier, although, yeah, keyword easier, because this game is hard. But right now, it is gonna be a nice breather, and it is very relaxing, and I'll tell you another thing this game does. It really puts me in that mood of, like, early Super Nintendo, despite the fact that, in my case, I didn't play this one when it came out, because I didn't have Super Nintendo until 1995, and even then I only played this at friends' houses, and I think I bought a copy of it years later, and it's not an expensive one, so you can get it like 10, 15, 20 bucks anyway. Alright, yeah, your teammates will say, like, yeah, I wanted that target, but yeah, I'm just shooting everything, and everything's gonna die, pretty much. And basically we want to aim, especially because you don't have a target reticle on this, aim where the flashing lights are. And there is a Nova Bomb. Pick that up, and you can have another one of those. You have a maximum of 5 in this one, compared to 9 on 64. And I won't keep saying, like, Star Fox 64, but I think maybe that's going to one thing, which is, that's where my experience really lies. I'm also going to try and tilt through here and not get hit. Ow. Alright, at least I didn't bust my wings. Because in this game, unlike Star Fox 64, I keep bringing it up, unlike that one, like the later games, you can lose your wings by enemy shots. So that makes it a little more difficult as opposed to just crashing into stuff. Alright. Whoa. You definitely get a nice element of the life here as the robots are carrying all of the, I guess all of the steel eye beams going on here, which you can shoot down some of them, particularly the ones in blue here. Definitely love the atmosphere, and as I said, what this game was really doing for gaming at the time, really giving a sense of, okay, 3D was the push of where gaming was going to be going, and this is the early case of it for 16 bits. Yeah, it is a bit choppy, as I mentioned, and it still seems like it's lagging a little as far as how even your movements are, but the fact this game is as playable as it is impressive. By the way, also, that yellow ring, that'll get your health back, and we're gonna want that. Yeah, just keep flying around, shooting everything, and it is a fun game, for sure, and that's the idea of what you're saying, Dolphin, and thank you for pointing that out. The fact this game is hard, but for some reason, I guess paradoxically, you think, like, well, wait a minute, would you want to stop playing a game that gets too insanely difficult? But for this one, not really. I think it's the idea of, like, you know what, you're mad, you want to beat the game specifically, you want to master it, and when you get to that point, it is very satisfying. Especially as we see the incoming enemy for the boss here. Yeah, this is the attack carrier. We saw this in Star Fox 64, but it originated here. I kept trying playing it, and I guess not much success. And I said, I don't feel shame on that. I had to practice this game for 10 hours to even get nearly as decent as you go, as you want to see now. All right, yeah, shoot the lights there when it opens up. Also, be careful. Those bullets there, they can hurt very badly, and it's sometimes hard to avoid them because it seems like, oh, they're going to be not hitting you, but sometimes it seems like they are. But I liked it anyway. Okay, that's a good case to be saying with that, as I mentioned. Because there's probably cases where the game can be so insanely difficult that you probably would say, like, no, you're going to be turned off and not want to touch it specifically. Maybe something like Contra. Although, I'd say Contra can do that as well. Who are you guys? We're Star Fox. You'll never defeat Andros! Yeah, from Star Fox 64, because yeah, that is a boss from Star Fox 64 that appeared here. Alright, I got a 95% hit on here. You get points. That's how this works. Every hit you get oh, not 1,000, you get, I think, 100. And if you get 10,000 points to start, you get to continue. That's how this is gonna work. You can get extra lives, sort of, but, yeah, not always as easy. I got my Mountain Dew ready to go. Yeah, fitting for this game as well, because, yeah, you want to be on your game as far as, like, paying attention to it. Or, if you're talking Mountain Dew, the gamer fuel, assuming they make that, which they make it in different cases. Or as I said years ago, I was like, yeah, I owe my college degree to Code Red, because I was drinking that like crazy, but not as much anymore. Alright, so we were going to the Asteroid Belt. Andros is forced to attempt to build a base here, destroy the Rock Crusher. Alright, let's do that. And yeah, this is definitely where we get a sense of the Final Frontier space. Also, you get in first-person mode, which in the space levels, you do have the option for this. You can hit the select button to switch out, and you do have a target reticle here for the purpose of this. I will alternate myself when I play this between using this and then hitting select to come out. And there is a delay, as you're seeing there, as far as like the way the lag of the game is going and the frame rate. So you might potentially be open for attack, although it's not too bad at least. As I was saying, that's the thing of this game, because you're like, well, has this game aged as well as other games in the series, or Star Fox 64? And I would say, no, it hasn't. But then again, the fact it's aged as well as it has, despite everything I could say about it, or anybody could, I think speaks volumes to, above anything else, what we talked about sort of last week, the game design. Because that's really, I think, where, like, the lasting appeal of Star Fox really has been, even in cases where, for the most part, instead of this went to Star Fox 64, Nintendo did not exclusively develop any game in this franchise except that one. It was this one, them co-developing with Argonaut Studios, or Argonaut Software, and then Namco did the Assault game. A friend of mine is playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yeah, I will be playing that soon enough. I'm just waiting for my European copy to come in. I have connections to high places to get a nice red book, or not red book, a steel book case of that. So yeah, I'm waiting on that specifically. But yeah, what I played very briefly, I'm having a fun time with that. But alright, take that, Junk Heap. So yeah, we do have that. Oh, let me grab that! Yeah, Twin Blaster, you get another upgrade to that. You get the Orbs of Death, and thank God you get these. Yeah, because the enemies will go down really quickly. Thank God I got that. You don't always have that happening. Also, I'll show this quickly. Yeah, you have those little rotating asteroids there with the orange one in the middle. I'll show this later. I will definitely show this off, and I do have a save state in case I can't do this later. Okay, I sort of screwed them now. You shoot all of them off. So yeah, that's there, but you have to be close in range. And then what'll happen is some of the... we'll see this later, because some other stages do that. Some of those meteors over there, or the asteroids, will have like a troll face on them. Well, fine. Troll face wasn't around, specifically at the time, but something like it, and if you shoot it down, you go into secret area. We'll show that later. I have more memories of Star Fox 64, but I think this game is more fun. Okay, I'm glad to hear that perspective. I mean, in my case, as I said, my memories are with Star Fox 64. I mean, when we played that, that was my idea. I mean, I think that was a great one. That was probably one of the best playthroughs we've had on the show, and that's saying a lot because of, I guess, the memories we had. But I get an idea of what you're saying in terms of the fun of this, and it's going to what Dolly Finn was mentioning. And, like, for some of you know on this one, as we're going to the next boss, which does actually look a little bit like the Medio boss from Star Fox 64. I mean, we're going to see a lot of parallels that way. But the idea of the difficulty, Dolly Finn mentioned she'd played this game before. Let me know feasibly how you played it on Super Nintendo, on Switch, or on that Super Nintendo Classic Edition unit. But the idea of it being a very difficult game, this game is definitely harder than Star Fox 64, which is not to say Star Fox 64 is easy, but this game's definitely a lot harder, and despite that, the fact that it's still fun, and I guess Dolly Finn, and maybe you as Electric First as well, or anybody else to chat to that as well, I don't necessarily feel like I'm being demoralized, even when I'm dying on level 3. We're gonna see that. By the way, when you knock off all those things, he says, "You're more cunning than I thought. I underestimated you." Oh shit, yeah, be careful of that, and then shoot the center. Yeah, with those he's dying quickly, or, to keep the Star Fox 64 quotations going along, "I can't believe I lost to this scum!" Sorry to Jet, but I'm in a hurry. Yeah, see, that goes with the memories of that game, but there's something to be said about the fact that you're saying this is more fun, maybe because of the fact it's harder, and it could feasibly be more rewarding on the back of being able to conquer it that way, even without this game doing the pass system quite the same way as Star Fox 64 did. Alright, I didn't do so hot as far as that, but I got 10,000 points. You get a credit. That's continue. So when you get a game over, which we're going to be seeing on level 3 a lot, I think. I hope not. I hope we don't do too bad on that. Yeah, you can continue, specifically. Which is an upgrade on Star Fox 64, because Star Fox 64 does not have continue. Didn't even have a save case until the 3DS game came out. Alright, we are through Corneria and the asteroid field. We're going to Space Armada. Well, you did much better than me. Okay, so Dollyfin, I guess when you played this, tell us your experience, if you would not mind. Did you play level 1, specifically, as far as, like, the setup of it? My middle name was Game Over. Okay, that's it's a case of that. And actually, it's funny. I'll go into this. Alright, the Space Armada consists of powerful enemy battleships, destroy their energy cores. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, so, I'll regale this as well. Nocturne, who we had on the program a couple times last year, and she'll be back on the show tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week, for, Mega Man Legends for Part 2. Thank God we're going to be able to get back to that. She played this game as well. When she played it the first time, she was dying constantly and really frustrated, but still that idea of still wanting to keep going to a certain extent. I think me and my brother used to rent this one back in the day. Okay, so a rental case, and I mentioned that when we did Pilot Wings. Also, here is... it's gonna get that... Alright, fine. What that was a star thing. You hear that ding on each of those. If you hit all 3 of those areas, there's a life underneath that. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. Yeah, another rental case. We never got that far, though, when we rented it. Yeah, because of the difficulty, probably, but as I said, the idea of wanting to keep going. As I mentioned, we did Pilot Wings 64 last year. The idea of renting the game so much, well, we would have feasibly bought it, number one, but also renting it enough and having that memory of what it was with brother, and that was my case as far as my brother with Pilot Wings 64 as well. Alright, watch your aim, they're fine. It became an obsession. I kept thinking I'd make it the next time, which I think, above anything, really goes to the compulsive nature of a game. Which also, by the way, I made a mistake of not going into that that area over there, but what'll happen when you don't do that is the area will repeat. So actually, okay, no, I won't be able to get the life again. But it became an obsession, and that's just another thing to get to go to as well, which is the idea. You think, like, hey, if a game is insanely difficult, why, on the logical case, you might think to yourself, well, why would I really want to put myself through more of it if it's so insanely hard, you feel demoralized, perhaps, or, I don't know, maybe feel humiliated to that case, which means I'm putting myself at a big risk by playing this game this way, but I was like first you asked for this game, damn it, I'm not gonna say, no, we're not playing this, and that's gonna also be the case when we do Contra Hardcore, where I would do that. I'll practice that game like a madman before I get to that, so it's like, we're gonna play that, because, yeah, I think we need to do that. But you're right, the idea of, like, becoming a session, saying, like, I'm not gonna let this game beat me, I'm having enough fun with it, as far as how it's going, as we're going in here and avoiding getting hit by stuff and hear that, hearing on the soundtrack, oh, Christ, I hit the side there. Also pick up this item, which is the shield. Yeah, you go in the vector graphic look, and you can take 3 hits, I believe, on this without you losing health. But that idea, you're right, the drive of this. You don't want this game to beat you. You don't want to say, like, I couldn't do this. And really, when you think about it, Star Fox, this one specifically, I think really is kind of, I guess, boils down, like, the appeal of gaming in a lot of ways, really, when you think about it. Just because of that idea of, you know what, you'll go through it, and I guess here's the other thing as well, which is, you're saying, you know, trying to make it far as, like, just that one more game, like, one more game. The idea of being hooked that way, and then also getting to that point where, when you finish it, when you get that, when you're able to beat the game, get to Andros on level 3, defeat him, and send him packing, until the other games in the series, at least, that he is in, you feel like you're on top of the world. And that's really, I think, that's how you can tell, to me, and I guess, chat, let me know if you agree with this or not, if you have a different way of going into this. That's how I personally am able to tell that a game is great in terms of difficulty. When you get through it, you feel like you're on top of the world, like, okay, that also helps me as far as a gamer, so the other games you can handle feasibly better, including this game's a direct sequel. Oh, shit, oh. Alright, well, at least in that case I had my shield there. Also, you have those arrow things. I'm just shooting like crazy. You're probably hearing me hit this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have an accurate count on how many times I'm hitting the Y button while we're playing this. I'll probably just, like, I guess get a sense, like, by minute and then, like, multiply it. Maybe put something in the edit of the purpose of this. But yeah, we're going through each of these Space Armadas to shoot the orb there. You can sort of see it, but sort of can't. And set the place aflame or into explosions. If I get in the Star Wars case, like going into Death Star and Return of the Jedi, or I guess the Death Star Trench in A New Hope, and just destroying the place from the inside as you're going along, and enjoying the sights. And I think that's the other thing as well, just this game puts in, and this is one thing I will say that is different definitely than Star Fox 64, the atmosphere this one creates. Maybe it's also because you're going into space areas a lot. For some reason, there's something about this. Maybe just the idea of that Super FX, element of this game that just makes it feel maybe more futuristic than even Star Fox 64 did. In that, we were looking at this and you're saying, we're potentially looking at the future of games. And in some way, you really were in 1993 because, yeah, 3D was where the industry would go. And this was a idea of it. And I also like the challenge. That's the other thing, which is, because I know we actually, going back to the Pilot Wings play we did, or the 64 play, that was a curious point when we had that saying, the difficulty of that game compared to it on Super Nintendo, and also the idea of difficulty period. Also, by the way, yeah, when you shoot those with the arrows will change and it'll go up and down, so you want to be ready for that and not hit into the walls. But I remember when you were mentioning that, which is that someone said, there's something about being too easy sometimes in games, and there's something about being too hard, but there's also the idea of, when a game is challenging enough, as you mentioned, when we did that, the idea that, hey, you're going to feel that great sense of accomplishment when you get through it, and get a sense of, okay, it fits for that game. Because sometimes, like, hey, not every game is intended to be difficult, and there's that idea of it. I mean, I mentioned, and going back to the play, I guess, when I said, Barney's hide-and-seek game, we're not expecting that to be as hard as Contra Hardcore. There's a reason that's supposed to be easy because it's for young children. For something like this, there's not really much of a blueprint that way. So, and this is the first go at it for this franchise, so at that point, it's like, nobody had an idea of, like, what was Star Fox going to be. And so it's an interesting case, and I guess also how challenge is taken. And to be fair, this game is fair, despite the fact it's insanely hard in places, but we are fighting the atomic base. Yeah, if you remember Ballsy in Star Fox 64, it's going to look a little familiar, because you're being tugged in each direction, you're basically spinning around, and you have to shoot those little laser cases, and eventually what will happen is it'll stop spinning and go the other direction. Usually the way I tend to do this is I'll kind of aim this way, but you also can go to the right and kind of aim that way too. You do have to be a little quick because there's an enemy that can come in and hurt you. And also don't hit the lasers there or you'll be in trouble. Okay, there's the enemy. You gotta try and shoot him or get hit. And also tell you one other thing I keep forgetting when I play this area. Even though I'm using down to go up and up to go down, it's like, sometimes I just forget to do that. It's like, wait, no, I'm just so... You feel out of control on this, but so... I mean, it is a great feeling, though, in that way. Whoa. Okay, so that's one. So I just gotta get the other one, and then the core will open, and I'm just gonna bomb it. That's the easiest way to go. You can also shoot it. Alright, yeah. Yeah, you're going away. Boom. And one... Oh, fine. One bomb, if you hit it right, will do it. Oh! Oh! Oh, shit. I just lost my wings. Alright, so there goes my laser case. And here's the other thing, unlike Star Fox 64, this is also going to the challenge. My lasers, my wings do not get fixed at the end of this. Great Fox was not a thing, apparently, for the Star Fox team. But I did get it at the end anyway, so alright, we are gone, but yeah, there my wing is gone. That's why I said the laser blast can hurt you with that, or those orb blasts can tear the wings off. Which I guess goes to one thing, and this is also a great case of continuity when you think about it with this franchise with the later ones, but I got 90%, so yeah, I'm getting more points. You also get more points if your teammates are alive. And if they die once, they're gone the rest of the game, so yeah, be careful that way. But it goes to an interesting lore case. I was saying when we did the training mode, which is, and we'll have dialogue to this as we go along, the idea that General Pepper's saying, don't mess up my R-Wings. Yeah, the idea is that in this game, they're his. In fact, here you go. Use your retros, that's your break. Specifically, yeah, be careful with my R-Wings right there, which is, in this game, the Star Fox team is basically flying these for General Pepper, but in Star Fox 64, I guess Slippy, who's the mechanic of the group, came up with the idea that, you know what, I don't like the fact that, getting shot by a blast is gonna, get the wings going away, so let me design it a little better so that doesn't happen. So, yeah, that's what I meant also about those little laser blasts. Also, the other thing about this level, as we go, you're also gonna get a sense of another thing that you could say hasn't aged well on this game, but you can also kind of paradoxically say that somehow this game is able to sort of get away with it. Because of the age of it, and I guess also, well, fine, the age of it, and I guess when it came out, what it was doing, which is the pop-up. Yeah, stuff is popping up, so you gotta be quick to get set on that. Also, hold the right, there is a laser upgrade here. Or in this case, it's a wing upgrade. So actually, it's just like Twinbee there, like we have the little, not ambulance. Oh, crap, yeah, right there. But it does create that great sense of, oh my god, I gotta avoid this. So it does create this great tension that is unique from other games like this, or other games feasibly in this series. So in that case, yeah, like first I get that. This is one of my favorite levels. I would agree with that, I guess, for a couple things in terms of how it looks. As far as, I guess, the atmosphere it creates. Because, yeah, we were on, like, this moon planet, I guess specifically, or like, fine, there was the name of what it was. No, it's a meteor, is what it's called. So we're on a meteor, specifically. Alright, there is the thing with the life thing, which I missed again, but alright, it keeps you focused. And that's an interesting case. You've got a good point to be making on that. Now I'm thinking about it, really, there is a case. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. That is not good to be hearing, because it means you're close to death. And I want to get health badly. Oh. Yeah, let's let that blow up. Hopefully it'll take them down. Okay, I took one of them down. Because I want to find some health so I don't die. I think you kill this one, and he'll give me an orange ring. Whoa! Oh! That was close. Okay. Oh, no! Okay, I never did it that way before because I wanted to hit that. That's a checkpoint. You can miss the checkpoints in this game, so you're right. Keeping focused. So in that case, that's the other aspect of the difficulty of this one that kind of keeps you on shows. And thank God I got that also because it does give you health recovery the same way it did in later games. And I guess that's the other thing is unlike the later games, you are on track the entire time with this one. So in that case, you do have to be a little more focused, like going straight. While also seeing your friends there as far as saying, whoa, help me! I was like, yeah, you're fine. And yeah, you do get more of a sense that Slippy's a frog in this one, unlike the later games, sort of. But alright, so we're at the boss. Alright, on this one we have the dancing insector. Do I hit the legs? Oh, okay, I'm getting hit by something. Oh, right! I forgot, there's some enemies when you shoot off of them, the lasers bounce back and hurt you. I think there's a gamer demo inspired by this on the PC. Yeah, well, yeah, that was, let me look, I took my notes down on that. Star Glider. It was on the Atari ST, and it was also on the Amiga. And there is another take that on PC as well that was inspired by this still, but yeah, that was one of the early games of Argonaut Software who developed this. And they did use that as a basis for making this game. It was actually, initially they're going to have a project to this called NES Glider, which was kind of taking on what that game was doing a little, and I guess also, I'll assume this as well. Nowadays, there are probably games that are, like, echoing this for the purpose, like, how it looks. Yeah, what you want to do is hit the legs, or, okay, I'm out of bombs, so, we're gonna have to get this going. Yeah, I think you can eventually destroy the legs, but yeah, that was a game where, like this one, it was kind of an early take of polygons, or, I guess simulating polygons, so wait, whoa! And for that, they kind of use that for the purpose that, alright, I'm dead. Yeah, this is what happens when you die, and get used to seeing this. Good news is I do have a continue, so if I die, I get a game over, I can at least start here. And also, I'll say this, I do have a little bit of a backup if we get a game over on path 3. A little bit. But we'll show that later. I'll show that later anyway, regardless of what happens. Alright, there you go. That's what I mean, but it does sound cool in terms of modern PC. Okay, yeah, I'll have to look in terms of what that is for the purpose of that, but like, yeah, you're right. I guess the idea of something polygonal, and as I said, when we did Star Fox 64, I brought this up, so, I mean, it's also fitting to bring it up again here, is that when this game came out, flight games, or flight sims like this, tended to be, okay, this is sort of a flight sim, I guess, flight shooters, this kind of thing, tended to be seen as something, like, with a hardcore, perspective to itself, and also, I guess, a high barrier to entry. But this game kind of blurred the lines a little, despite the fact that it is a harder game. Oh, fine, a harder game than other games in the series, but still difficult, and gives you a sense of accomplishment when you get through what's going on. Yeah, just pay attention to those blasts on any enemy, because most enemies shoot that, and it hurts. You hear that crunch going on, that, like, yeah, it is not a good feeling. It's X-Zodiac. Okay. I am not familiar with that. I will take a look at that. It will also go on the YouTube site aspect. And also, by the way, just to... crap, no! Yeah, it's the other thing. Also, in this game, the enemies can kind of get closer to you. So you gotta be careful of that. Yeah, I'll put that in. And as I mentioned also when I did the edit on Mickey Mania last week, I'm basically just at the end of each of those videos when I go upload them, there's gonna be a big list of everything we talked about. So any links you have, any discussion points that go to that, of which there's a link that goes, they'll be in a nice list down there in the description. Okay, there we go. So I'm doing better this time. Yeah, when you see them going red, that means you're in better shape. What you want to do, though, is sometimes keep low, or... yeah, like that. It does get that tension there. It's like, ugh, I'm gonna get myself cut up. And yeah, after a little while, he'll start shooting fire. Yeah, and the bombs will also hurt the bosses more than most of the bosses in Star Fox 64. Whereas, honestly, I think there's only one that I know that really you needed to use it. Whereas in this one, you do have a lot that are worth using. But yeah, I am missing hitting him a lot. You do have to hit him on the bottom. Oh, no. Well, hit him on the bottom, I think, and also hit him on the top. All right, there we go. Yeah, sometimes that's the other thing. The perspective is sometimes a tough thing to get used to, but when you do get used to it... No! Okay, I wasn't watching, so I was like, you're right. I gotta keep focused. Thankfully, Zero's a life, so yeah, we do have one more life. I do have that credit. All right, we'll pay a little more attention as we go. But yeah, don't feel that, oh no, that we can't talk as far as this game. Look, I know I have to concentrate as far as a game as I'm playing. It's like, fine, I'm playing it, but look, this is a discussion program, so I have to be ready to talk as far as it, which is, as I said, why I did practice on this game as much as I did. All right. You know, I'm just gonna do that. What'd you do, by the way, on those things there, doors? Shoot them and they'll open, but unlike the later games, they're not open for long. Also, if I had the better lasers, I would be in better shape, but alas, I do not. Look. Yeah, you don't have the laser upgrades nearly as much in this game as the other one, but that also creates an interesting, I guess, dynamic of the sense of you maybe feel more accomplished when you get it, because it's something harder to get. Alright, there we go. Okay, so here we are back at the Untitled sector again. And I guess that's the other thing, just to go as far as like some aspects of the difficulty, I guess the look of it, is that for a game like this with the polygons, you'd think, well, okay, is that going to be confusing to the players as far as like what to hit and, you know, where they should be aiming? But honestly, I think the way the colors of it are working, it kind of helps a bit. Alright, did I hit it? Okay, sort of hit it. Actually, wait a minute, no, I don't think I can hit him when he's... Okay, no, I think I can only hit him when he's on his, when he's on the legs like that, I think. Yeah, because you see the flash, you're in good shape. Thank God they have that, because I can think of other games where they won't give you a flash when that's happening. You're like, oh wait, how am I going to get through this? Alright. I definitely had a good time so far as this. I just hope I'm going to be able to keep playing it to a decent perspective. Or, as I said, maybe more than anything, really sharing that perspective of, yeah, what is this like as far as playing it, liking the challenge, not liking the challenge, or adjusting the challenge. Fine, I guess it's liking the challenge. I'm getting the sense of this, which makes sense. Alright. Okay. Alright, so that's a little better. And the other thing, also paying attention to the light. Alright, so I guess I can just sort of hit at the bottom, because I'm getting something. Fine, hit the bomb, it doesn't really matter right now. Yeah, the game definitely slows down. That's the other thing as I mentioned, because I'll say this. As I mentioned, just to reiterate the fact that I practice this game extensively, I was practicing on my lunch break, probably for the in and out for the past couple weeks. And my coworkers are watching me, it's like, what are you playing? You're playing Star Fox 60, or Star Fox Super Nintendo still. I was like, yeah, I am. I have to be ready for this. And I know, some of them were saying the idea of, like, I don't know if they'd either not played this or hadn't played it in a while, saying they almost feel like they're getting sick watching this because of how slow it's going, but... And I get that as well, but as I said, this was 1993 as far as how it was, which not to say, like, oh, that means it's good still, but... Even so, I kind of adjusted to this as far as, like, that movement. And I got all of those, away, so thank God I can just shoot the bottom of it now. And at that point, just to avoid the fire and everything, and the energy balls. Whoa! And that's the other thing also, because you're on the sides of the screen, so... Okay, got him. Yeah, you're on the sides of the screen that way, you can't always get out of the way. This boss can make you feel dizzy. And you could say that with the whole game to some degree, although... Look, I get why this game runs this way. And as I said, the fact that we're coming up to its 29th anniversary in 2 days. So it fit perfectly we're doing it this week, by the way, for that reason. So thank you for that like verse. But the idea is that, well, I know, yeah, 20, it's like, it's first 10,000 you get a credit, and then it's 20,000 each time after that. But the idea of, you know, having that feel of this, but I guess also in my case, not necessarily feeling dizzy, because I've heard that from people sometimes too, like, hey, they can't play certain kinds of games, or certain games, or games, period, because they think, like, hey, the motion case, as far as that, or you feel like you're gonna get, to quote the old Dramamine commercials, dealing with the motion sickness. Oh, no. Which sounds like something on 1080 snowboarding, actually. But, all right, we are at Venom. There are two parts to this. But to that idea is, like, even with this one, I'm not feeling that sense, like, the dizziness with this one. Alright, so, Andros is at Venom. We have to go find the core brain and bust it. Good luck. Yeah, it is 2 levels, by the way, for the purpose of this. Well, no, technically 3, but yeah, first, they always will start in space. Or space. Did you say space? Yeah, I did say space. Alright, so, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go into this, perspective. But, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go to one thing as far as, like, the dizziness case. Maybe, I guess I'm lucky as far as this. I never really got that sense of, like, feeling that with many games. The only time I felt it, I guess it's fitting I'll say this now, because we're coming back to it next week, was the first time I played Mega Man Legends. It was more like the fast movement, where I was like, yeah, I kind of had a headache after playing it for about an hour or so, but that was 2001 when I played it. But now when I play it, I don't have that problem. So I'm like, alright, maybe it was just something of me getting used to the motion. And in this case, that boss, the Dancing Sector, we found just that idea of the motion, or just the idea of, like, you know, like the way the lasers are going, or the vector stuff. Yeah, whoa! In this case, they multiply into multiple enemies, so you gotta be careful, or just kind of go out of the way. So in some cases, that sometimes the best option is kind of go all around. And that is not one of those life things. It's always gonna be at the triangle where you see the life things, and as soon as it goes the ding, that's how you know that there might be a life off of it, or will be a life if you hit all of them. Alright, but yeah, just keep going through space, and going towards Venom. Yeah, it always is gonna be that approach Venom. Alright, oh, thank God, there's laser upgrade. And health. Yeah, and the health does come out a lot easier, so in that case, you often will be at a case where you'll be able to recover your health, although sometimes touching them is a little weird. And there's a checkpoint, so that's awesome. Yeah, let me still take the hit, I don't care. I'm going to be able to recover my health. Alright. Or, to quote 64. Yeah, look, I shouldn't be turning this into just quoting that game. It was like, well, that's the one I had the memory with. But I sort of still do for this one, I guess just because of the fact that I knew what the Super FX chip was. And I was like, oh my god, this is doing polygon stuff on Super Nintendo in 1993. And it was quite a thrill. And in some ways, it still kind of is. Alright, thanks for the save. Yeah, I wasn't intending to save you, Slippy, but that's fine. Also, by the way, one other thing, I don't know if I mentioned this. I'll mention it again if I didn't. Your enemies, or your teammates get shot down, but you can't shoot them down, unlike the later games. So that is one benefit, specifically. And I guess that's good, because otherwise, like, yeah, since they go away after they're dead once, they'll be gone the entire game. Thank God you can't shoot them down. Alright, here is, the Fantron, I think it is. Yeah, it'll split into 3, hit the real one. Well, fine, it'll move around, and then it'll split into 3. Alright. Yeah, eventually get to that point. I think it's when it gets its health to half. Ow! Yeah, in that case, it looked like I almost wasn't getting hit by that, but alas, no. Oh, no! Yeah, also do that. Also, yeah, break. Because sometimes you can get into a case where it'll hit you. Alright, it's split in 3. Yes, hit the real one. I'm trying to go fast hitting the real one, which might not be a good idea. And, oh, I was going to say, I just avoided that, but alas, no. Alright, we're seeing first game over, and this is on level 1. Thank God I have those continues. Yeah, get used to this. This also is giving the sense that, yeah, it's way harder, but yeah, we're gonna get through this. Yeah, there is Andros. We'll see you soon. We didn't, it's not completely done for us. Yeah, if this is the case, I am nervous on level 3. But alright, you do get an option continue.
Let's go.
Alright, let's do it. You do have to start Venom from the start, but for the purpose of this, it's probably better, because I can get the laser upgrade again. Yeah, I test played this, and I eventually got to the point where I could handle level 1, but was like, yeah, apparently not. Alright. So, approach to Venom. Let's do it again. But see, that's the other thing. I'm not feeling necessarily mad that I did this, and I'm also not necessarily feeling that I got cheated, and that's despite the fact, as I mentioned, it seems like sometimes the way the hit detection works is that sometimes the enemies can be sort of close to you, but not completely on you and hit you. But at the same time, I don't know what it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just the feel of this, or just the idea of, I don't know, I mean, some, maybe, intangible element that just makes you accept it maybe more on a game like this, or just is so much fun. I think that's the idea. It's like, it is a fun game, despite the fact that it's so difficult, so it's like, yeah, you want to keep coming back and get better at it, and, you know, conquer it. And take down Andros, because, yeah, that's the whole point. We gotta take down, the evil scientist in charge around here is causing trouble to the Lylat system, which it usually is for most games of the series, except for, one. I think, well, yeah, I think it's just Star Fox Assault. Well, fine. Star Fox Assault, and I don't remember on Star Fox Command. I'll find out, because I'm gonna be buying Star Fox Command eventually. through the Wii U. So, you know what? Fine, we're going through this level again. Let's rip the Band-Aid off on this one. Let's talk on that Wii U and 3DS eShop closure. Well, I'm also getting Laser Crate, yay. Which is not going to affect this game, because this game never got released on either the Wii U or the 3DS. But yeah, let's talk that, just as far as what you're thinking on that. In my case, it's a case of, alright, we had this going potentially with Sony last year of, alright, the storefront's going away. It's been a while, admittingly, for the Wii U and the 3DS. So, okay, on that sense, maybe. But there's also stuff on that that is not necessarily in other places. It's only there, and the question of, alright, is it going to necessarily be retained? In my case, I'm basically getting a sense of, like, I'm basically trying to figure out, like, what can I get and what can I afford to get for the purpose of, you know, getting this ready for the next couple of months to get stuff that, yeah, hasn't been re-released. And I said, well, at first, thank God I took your advice as far as the stuff with Final Fight when I did. Because, like, okay, great. Those are all set in stone that way. So we have those to run. And actually, there's also, that's going to be the easy way to do stuff for DS until I figure out how to get the stream case on DS, which I don't know, or 3DS anyway. I don't know when or how I'm going to be able to do that, honestly. So in that case, like, well, that'll be the easy way, and that's how we'll show Star Fox Command off. But yeah, like, with all that stuff going away, it's like, yeah, I want to get a sense of what that is and hold on to that stuff for dear life, and also get a cheaper way of going it. Yeah, it's shutting down next year in March. Yeah, and they're doing it they're doing it kind of in waves, sort of, starting in a few months, in the sense that you won't be able to add funds with credit card at the end of May. Oh, shit, I lost my wings again. And this was an easy boss for me when I was doing the test play. Alright. Oh. Actually, I didn't even see him do that when I tested it. So, there you go. Yeah, apparently that's happening. Yeah, because the way it's going, just to reiterate that, is that they're shutting it down in March of next year. In May of this year, you will not be able to add funds to either system with credit card. In August, you will not be able to add funds using eShop cards. You could buy them off of Amazon or something like that, or at a store. And I think it's March of next year when they're going to shut it, when you can't redeem codes. So basically, here's the other thing, and this is another thing I'm also paying attention to. If you go on Amazon or Best Buy or something like that, they will sell codes for things, like 3DS and Wii U download cases, like for Virtual Console, or for DLC for games like Smash Brothers or Breath of the Wild. Actually, I gotta get the DLC for Breath of the Wild because I have it on the Wii U, I don't have it on the Switch. So in that case, then, you could feasibly build up that way for stuff they sold cards for, but other stuff, not quite. I mean, they're not gonna necessarily be having that for something like, I mentioned this when we did Gunstar Heroes, Axlay for Super Nintendo, which I'm absolutely gonna get, because as I said, it's an early game by the people who made Gunstar Heroes when they're at Konami. So I'm like, yeah, there's not another re-release of that. So you better believe I'm going to grab myself that before anything. Alright, let me see if I can't get out of the way. Alright, I couldn't really avoid that. Alright, I can't believe this is the boss that's giving me trouble, but alright. We're going to do it. But as I said, it also gives us more time for this discussion. And this is how level 1 is going. I am dreading level 2 and 3. Okay, but yeah, as I said, I've been planning that for the purpose of it, and also because, as I said, in some cases, it's not just the stuff that's digital only on those systems, it's also stuff that where it's cheaper this way. I mean, I mentioned that as far as the Wii, when that was shutting down, as far as, you know, it being an economic case. I mean, one of the things I actually downloaded the other day, I downloaded Mega Man 5 on 3DS, the Game Boy version specifically, because that's a $200 game, but it's $4 on that, so like, okay, fine, there you go. And same with the stuff on, the Wii U. I mean, like, some of the disc games, specifically, Game & Wario, because I'm a big one on those WarioWare games. That's one that's like $90 on the system itself, and then, Devil's Third, which I hear is supposed to be horrible, but yeah, it's like $30 compared to it, being $200. That's a game published by Nintendo that was developed by, Tomonobu Itagaki's company, and, aside from Zelda CDI, it's probably the game of Nintendo's, or Nintendo Connection, they're probably the most ashamed of being existing. Alright, which one is the real one? I think the idea is, like, I found the real one real easy. Okay, it's right there. Oh, no. Okay, I'm getting really bad luck. What happened... Okay, I got it. Never mind. Fine, I got good luck killing him now, but I got bad luck here, because on the test playthrough, I found the fake one... Or fine, I found the real one against the fakers, as it is. and got rid of him in a few seconds. Now, not so much. I can't believe it took me a game over to do that. But I got 99%, so I am closer to the next continue. And I think you can still get... Alright, here we're going to Venom. You do get this great music when you're going on the surface of it, which actually... Because I didn't play this game much initially. I heard it later when it came to Super Smash Bros. Melee. We heard this. Like, oh yeah. Okay, so now, on the surface of Venom, yeah, shoot these. There's the arrows. They'll fly right into you. Yeah, and these will pop into view, so be careful. That's really what you want to do on this one. Yeah, but honestly, I'll say this. With that one part of it done, we might be in better shape, especially if I can get another Twin Blaster. I think there is one around here. Not, well, actually, no, I think they are on every level, but you have to do weird things to find it. But that also goes to the challenge, that idea of discovery of, hey, there's something over here, let me find this. Or running a secret. Alright. You do get this great atmosphere as well, as far as the, you know, the lightning in the background of Venom. Yeah, actually, okay, now I'm remembering. Yeah, the items are behind these. And you have to shoot that off really specifically so they'll close in the opposite direction, so they won't hit you, but also there's the item over on the left or the right. Actually, I think it is on the right of one of those that the laser upgrade is, so we'll go get that. I think it's coming up semi-soon. Ow! And even without the rumble case that the later games had, yeah, you still feel that, you know, crunch of when you're getting hit. Yeah, watch back. Yeah, fine. Falco, get off me. Definitely has a sinister side. Yeah, I mean, that's for sure. Whoa! As far as, like, the lead up for this. Crap! Okay, well, at least I got some health to kind of butch that a little bit. Whoa! Yeah, and rolling out of the way, which is not going to always help out, but you're right. It does get that idea of, like, yeah, you know, we've heard the idea of Andross. We sort of saw him because I got a game over, but the idea of, like, what is Andross all about? That kind of mystery. And a lot of the Nintendo games tend to do that really well, especially the first entries of franchises. Particularly like Zelda. Zelda did that as well. It's like the first Legend of Zelda. Like, you're this character Ganon, who is that? And then eventually you're kind of... It's building that mystery up. Alright, there is the checkpoint. Yeah, you want to find that. And just like Venom on Star Fox 64, yeah, those things come into view. Alright, so there's another bomb. Yeah, I'm a max bomb, actually. There is the laser upgrade. Okay. Oh, no, no! Oh, oh, crap. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I showed that for the purpose of that. Yeah, don't hit that to the arrow where you're pointing, otherwise it slams you in the face. I mean, I wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door, that's for sure. Oh, we're already at the boss. Perfect. Oh, well. Alright, fine. We're at the boss we fought before. Fantron. It's the same to start, but, well... Yeah. Alright, there's the real one, so just shoot him. Yeah, but don't stay in the... Just don't stay where I am. And you can kind of follow that. Alright, he's dead to start. We're not done. There's another form. Alright. I do have 5 bombs. I'll probably start using them. Right, he turns into the walker case, and he can run into you, so yeah, be careful. Yeah, in my case, what I tend to do is just kind of go in a circle. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, he does have the jumping case going on. Ow, no! I don't want to die again. Okay, because he'll do the jump thing, and then he'll fly there. Yeah, you can feasibly get hit into them or run into them, and they'll jump towards you. Oh, no. And he'll do the split up again. Yeah, hopefully the I was going to say, did one of those drop health? Oh, no, it didn't, unfortunately. Sometimes you'll have enemies and bosses that can drop health, as far as, like, if you hit the drones you're shooting out or something. But not this one. Alright, come on. Or if they do give you health, I haven't been lucky getting any. Oh, shit, yeah, it didn't even look like it hit me, but it's like, alright, fine. I do love the song. This is my favorite boss. Yeah, and I unfortunately did not do justice to it. But I do have one more continue, so yeah. Hopefully I'll get through this. I will say this. If I get a game over on any of these paths, there is a backup, and I will use it. In fact, actually, one of the backups is coming back here immediately for path 1, so I'll use it. If I have to do it, I'll do it. Yeah, Eggman's with lights out. Oh yeah, for the Walker case. Yeah, you're right. All right, so yeah, he's hiding on Venom, and okay, good, thank God. I was like, wait a minute. We're going here. I was like, wait a second. Since Venom, it's 2 levels. I was like, wait a second. Are they putting me back to level 5? Oh, thank God they're not. That'd be a Ninja Gaiden thing, eventually when we play that one, or play the NES ones. Yeah, I do love... Yeah, going back to that thing with the theme song, you do hear it a lot as far... Well, fine, you hear it every time you fight the Venom boss. Well, fine, except one of them. You're doing very well. Well, I'd like to believe you, but I mean, okay, I'm doing okay. I mean, if I get a game over entirely here, that's the problem. But this is Path 1, and I practiced Path 1 last night. But I mean, I guess it's that case of, you know, the recording case. Thank you for your encouragement, I'll give you that at least. I'm not saying, like, no, you're lying to me. But I'm just saying, like, well... maybe I don't feel like I'm doing as good as I did, because I did this last night, and I was able to get through it without getting game over, but now I am. Well, look, maybe here's the idea. Maybe I'm getting the rustiness out now, so the later parts of this will be better. Compared to me, you're doing amazing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, for all I know, maybe... Well, fine. You said that you were not having luck with this game. That being said, with enough practice, you probably end up being potentially better than I am. As I said, look, I guess I'll go to this, because... I'll sometimes say this, and sometimes I'll show this with certain games I'm playing. I'm not necessarily the best game player out there as far as every game. There's some games I can handle really well without a problem. And this is, I guess, sort of one to an extent in that, like, alright, I know how I can operate it, but this is something that, hey, certain things can, you know, be a stumbling block. So, I mean, in that case, like, look, I'm not gonna, as I mentioned this when we did Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, it's the case of... I'm not going to set myself up saying I'm going to do great on this game. I'm going to say, like, if I know this game really well, I might do that, just say, like, okay, I can do this, but I'll take a loss or something in stride. Whereas in this case, I'm saying, no, I'm practicing this to make sure I'm doing it okay. I tried playing this game again today and was determined to get better. Oh, so you were basically preparing for the show, but playing this game. All right, so I guess there's something to be said about that. Like, but that idea of, like, you're right, you don't want to get this thing to beat you. Yeah, fine. I'll let myself get crushed by that, because it's better than getting myself slammed in the face by the door. Yeah, but here's the other thing. Is with the twin blaster, and here's the other thing else you should be doing. Doing the tilt, because you do turn tighter when you do that. Oh, so you were preparing for this. All right. Well, I take this huge compliment. I guess maybe just get a sense of, like, what are we playing? I'm getting inspired, honestly, watching this. Oh, really? Okay. I, again, take that as a huge compliment, and thank you for that. I mean, it is one of those cases, I guess, if nothing else, you can kind of see, I guess, some aspects of the game to get a sense of, like, what am I doing, necessarily, to play through. And I also, okay, so I get that. I originally bought Tetris Effect on the Oculus Quest. I bought the Tetris Effect Connected, actually, I showed it at the beginning of the show, as far as what I have of the last couple of games on Switch I played. I really liked it on Switch, but I'm imagining on the Oculus, because that was on, I did remember, that was on the Oculus that way. It's showing off what it's doing, especially in a case like that. That is an interesting one, especially because, and I didn't know this, actually, the Crochet Nerd, who I mention every so often in the show and will be on for shows later this year, he bought this game, and he mentioned to me the idea of what it was, that he was playing it. He showed us, as far as on a work break one point, and then he also mentioned to me one other thing, and this also kind of got my sense of, like, oh my god, why does this look so stylish and wonderfully so? It's by Q Entertainment. It's Tetsuya Mizuguchi, who made Space Channel 5 and Rez also has the VR case. I believe on Oculus, I know on PS4 and 5, maybe. But, yeah, I mean, how you liking it? I'm loving what I played as far of it on the Switch, just for the style of it. And basically, it's Tetris with Rez, pretty much. And I love the idea of, like, how that is. And it being a lot of fun, especially in multiplayer and some of the options they have for that. Whoa! Ow. Okay, for a minute I thought I lost my wings. Like, yeah, I want him dead. I don't want to go through this again. I do like this boss too, even though I'm not doing so hot on it. Oh, right, he throws part of me at him. Or parts of himself at me. Crap. It's a religious experience, I'll say that. I can imagine that. It's just eye candy. Well, I mean, and that's an interesting one, I guess, with Rez itself, and also with, actually a lot of the Mizuguchi things. It is kind of that... It gets you in that great sense of zen, and we should definitely... I mean, we're doing Space Channel 5 in, June to celebrate its anniversary, at the beginning of that month. And we should definitely play the other games of that company, or fine, of Mizuguchi and of the company. I definitely want to do Rez specifically, as well as some of the other ones. Yeah, because of the ones of his I'm familiar with, the ones like that, Space Channel 5, all those. Tetris Effect, or Tetris Effect Connected is the one I have. but also the Oculus take of effect itself. And, yeah, also I do want to kill this guy. I don't have Child of Eden. I do want to get it, because I have the Kinect for the 360, which it uses, and I hear it's an interesting way to play that. There's also Every Stand Extra, which I haven't played. There's Lumina's, which I know is on a bunch of things. Medios, which there's the 360 version, which we run that one. And, I'm trying to think if there's anything else he's made. Or anything else from that company. It was Q Entertainment. Well, it was, I'll go on this when we play Spatial 5 more, but it was a United Game Artists. He worked at Sega initially, and then that was his company he was leading, and then he broke off, and it was Q Entertainment was his afterwards. I think Lumina's was one of the first games he did for the purpose of that. But you're right as far as that, like, the eye candy of it, and also the stylishness of it. Like, hey, you're kind of going into, like, the mountainside, hearing, like, the woodwinds going as far as you're dropping pieces or moving pieces around, like, doing the drops. Or it's almost like one thing I love as far as, like, Bioshock. When you're in the menus, you're kind of going down, you're like, the piano's plunking as far as everything, and it gives us a nice glissando when you hit the option. It's almost like that as you're playing the whole game. And same with Rez as well. We gotta do those games. We absolutely have to do those. And they will go on the master list because, well, fine. We're doing one of them, as I said, but also they're going on the master list because I guess maybe this is a roundabout way of saying you'd like to see some of this stuff. And Tetris Effect Connected would also be another one. To show that and also get that experience going that way. I mean, hey, we're also one about the religious experiences on the show as far as, you know, the figurative case and also the literal one, as we went in with Rise Star, and we're gonna go, actually, I guess, with the next part of Ocarina of Time, which is gonna be in 2 weeks, by the way. I did talk with Brother Rova, and that's when it's happening. Oh, crap. Alright, fine, you're dying. I've had enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna use all my bombs. I don't care. I can kill Andros without them. Okay, fine, you're dead enough. Okay, good. But that's the idea. It's like, so I guess I'm kind of glad this is happening. Oh, you also avoid getting hit by that because you can still die. I don't want to repeat of what we had with Gunster here a few weeks ago. But I feel ecstatic and excited and like, okay, I did this. All right, but I'll go it alone from here. All right, we're going to take care of Andros first of 3 times. All right, so same case. We're going down the corridor, and yeah, he is giving us words of, I guess, antagonism. Foolish efforts are futile. Yeah, also in this case, you want to pay attention to the walls because they can keep coming down there, and you have to kind of go eye of the needle like this. And don't hit the wall. Ow. Ow. Alright, there's twin blasters, so at least make this go a little... Oh, no, I'm full blaster, so perfect. Alright. Your arguments have no chance against me. Yeah, too bad, my friend there, General Peppers. Send your complaints to him. Alright, this is Andros. He looks definitely different than he did later. Yeah, he's the face. You can bomb him in the face and hit the eyes. That's what you gotta do. And then avoid the tiles he shoots out. I do remember being tickled pink when Super Smash Bros. Brawl introduced the assist trophies. One of them is Andros from this game shooting out, you know, the polygon squares. Yeah, what he'll do is he'll do the suck-in. You can't toss the bomb in him. At least I don't think you can. The way you could on Star Fox 64. Avoid them and then hit him in the eyes. And you gotta hit him in the eyes enough so that they'll go, yeah, when they go red, you can't hit them. When they're blue, you can hit them. When they go clear, that means you bust them out. You gotta bust both of them and then hit the, well, we'll see in just a second. Oh, I do want to avoid getting hit by this stuff. Yeah, the game is going crazy with this. Whoa! And also, I don't think you can destroy, okay, you can sort of, maybe kind of, okay, you could sort of, kind of destroy them. Alright, crap, I'm in a trouble case. You know what? You know what? I'm tempted to drop a save state down on this. I really am. But you know what? Yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, maybe, you know, fine. Maybe just to keep it going, I will. But I was like, I hope I don't have to do that. It's just the idea, like, now I'm panicking. Alright, but I have more health, so we're in good shape. You know what? Right, fuck it, let's do it. I'm not taking that chance. Remember, this is 1993 case. And I'll say this, when I was practicing, I was using that rewind constantly. I was like, I'm not doing that for this. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cheap out on this game like that. Alright. Yeah, because what you want to do really here is you want to try and get as much damage onto the eyes quickly before he does the suck in and do the break, so he will not suck you in. I think he can still suck you in. And then, because honestly, I guess maybe that's the thing. I just want to get this out of the way quick. And thankfully, in this case, yeah, it going slow as far as frame rate's kind of good. Alright, I did bust the 1, so that's good as far as that. Alright, so yeah, slow down. Also, you can hit with the bomb. I did sorta last time. Also, I don't think the bomb is gonna help with the, well, yeah, the Sudden Golly Johnny channel says they're bathroom tiles. Like, yeah, not necessarily wrong idea. I mean, that would be a terrifying thought of, Andros' interior designer. Alright, fine, you do that. Also, he will, yeah, you can also reflect the bullets off. Yeah, shoot right here at the, cube. And hope I destroy it quickly enough. Unfortunately, I did not, so you have to go through the eye case again. Actually, on level 3, it's kind of the easiest to some degree because he doesn't do the suck-in thing with the next form that he has there. Oh, actually, yeah, alright, I took him down really quick as far as the one eye. Alright, but I am in good shape with my health, so you know what? I think we should be fine, I think. I hope it's not my last words case, but alright. Ow. Ow. Oh, I got that. Alright, I think I should only really need 2 passes. Usually need more for the higher difficulties. Because we're gonna fight this boss. Okay, got him, thank God. Just in time, so yeah, we're not getting game over, yet. For a full case, but alright, we beat him. That's the end of, level 1. We also don't have to fly our way out of this like we did on Expert or the, hard path of, 64, but alright, we are gone. I don't get how he could survive this and be in Star Fox 2 when I blew his brain up. Yeah, I mean, let's go into that. I've played a little bit of Star Fox 2, which is on the Switch Online and also on the Super Nintendo Classic Edition unit. So, Dollyfin, I don't know, were you using the Classic Edition unit to play this or the Switch Online? Because if you're using either one of those to play this game, you have access to Star Fox 2 as well, the sequel to this. That was initially unreleased and then released on those units. You have. Okay. So yeah, Star Fox 2 is on there, so you can play it that way. In fact, actually, you probably unlocked it because what you gotta do on the, well, fine. In this one, it's available right away on Switch. On the, Classic unit, you actually have to play the first level of Star Fox and beat it in order to, unlock it. But, yeah, so, okay, to go to that point, how does he survive this when I blow his brain up? Because he is in the cube. I mean, I know some people have said that when he's in that cube at the end of it, that he's, I don't know, it's the thought like he's supposed to be in another dimension, feasibly. But then also there goes the question of, you know, with this franchise, how much chronology does it really have? Although, as I said, it has that because of the fact that, yo, we're using Pepper's R-Wings. You hear talk, by the way, going on here.
This is Corneria. Pepper speaking.
Hey, there is Joe Pepper right there.
On a job well done.
Roger. I'm heading back to Corneria.
Alright, so there we go. I'll probably never unlock it then. Well, if you beat the first level, if you're using the Classic Edition unit, you have it. So in that case, yeah, you're all set. And you also do get the boss roll call as far as all the bosses for this. But yeah, I mean, because I'm saying there is a continuity here because Star Fox 64 is kind of a remake of this, sort of, but then it also changes stuff with story, including the fact that, hey, you know, we own the R-Wings and Pepper doesn't. But yeah, that is a good point. It's like, I don't know if I have an answer specifically to that. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just that idea of, like, what you usually have as far as villains. The idea is, like, you expect that they got out, they didn't get out, but then they somehow did, and I guess they don't explain it, which, I guess for the time for this, and Star Fox 2 was made in 1995, 1996, so in that case, maybe there's a thought, like, well, how far is this gonna go? I will say this, I guess it's less of a, surprise as far as Andros than, well, Star Fox Adventures, well, for the GameCube, which is developed by Rare, where it's a different case, and we'll get to that when we play. At some point, we should, because I don't have it. It's that and Star Fox Commando, the only two games in the series I do not own. Yeah, we're gonna have this going, and also, I'm gonna sit back, we're gonna watch the credits for a little while, I guess, or, well, you know, we'll watch the credits once for this, and then I think we'll also watch it again when we get to, Path 3. Because the idea is actually, also, I will have to do the menu case and do a reset on this, because it's one of those games, and Super Nintendo does this a lot, where, and NES as well, where you actually have to reset the game when it gets to the end of the credits. It's not automatically reset when you hit the start button. But, yeah, so this is what we've done. Yeah, there is a Fantron. Yeah, I didn't make it look very, you know, graceful, taking him down, but eventually we got it. And there's Andros. You're right as far as the idea of, like, the brain case. And we saw that more in Star Fox 64, and I guess sort of with 2. I actually never beat 2. I played a little bit of it, but I never actually beat it. It's one of those, all like this one, when we play it, I'll sit down and get a sense. Alright. Yeah, you know, we'll watch the credits now. We'll also let the discussion go as far as it is. As far as this game and everything else. I'll go into my final thoughts when we're done with it. And I guess also, when we do some of the extra stuff. I mean, at least we got through Path 1 to start, but 2 and 3 are going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie on that one. Especially 3. In fact, you know what? I almost want to just do 3 to get it over with. To start, even though it's, like, out of order. Yeah, this is definitely a good game. It's definitely one I'm glad to be doing, even though, as I said, I'm not necessarily promising skill, but, I guess you're all understanding that, so, there you go. So in that case, I'm not going to be pausing, but yeah, there's Dylan Cuthbert, Gilius Goddard, and, Christopher Wombell, who were the people at, as well as, Pete Warrens and Carl Graham, who were the people at, Argonaut. Fortunately, they are no longer in business. In fact, we can talk about that. They made a couple games that I was definitely interested in. They made, Stunt Race FX, which was a racing game for Super Nintendo that also used this chip. And they did do Star Fox 2, which was canceled before it came out, and I'll also go into this. There's also the thought, potentially, that the reason it was canceled was because, Argonaut was developing a prototype for a 3D game with Yoshi, the dinosaur, for Nintendo in it. Nintendo didn't want it, and then what happened was that Nintendo started making Super Mario 64, and the thought was that they potentially ripped off what Argonaut was making, and then Argonaut said, you know what, we're going to go on PlayStation and Sega Saturn and release that game we were working on, which was Croc, Legend of the Gobos. And there's also a sequel that the PlayStation and PC got. So in that case, like, people, and when Croc came out, people said, this is like Super Mario 64. It's like, oh, yeah, we had no idea as far as how, but that is how. But yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff as far as Argonaut as a team, this game being one of them. Also, another game that I was reminded of by friends of mine, Buck Bumble for the Nintendo 64, which is like this flight shooting game where you're a bee, and it has this kind of British rap song. It's actually of surprisingly high quality, but it is definitely a weird one. I heard the stories on Buck Bumble. I haven't played it. Actually, Ed Wack, who I work with, he has it. Maybe he'd want to jump in on that. Well, although I know already he's already called dibs on Mickey Mouse Capade on NES, because I'll go back to that. I was sort of talking to some stuff about that last week, and we're at the end of this, and yeah, I do have to reset. So you hit the ZL and ZR buttons, hit reset game, and off we go. And we'll go to Path 2. Yeah, because I bought Mickey Mouse Capade, which he was asking for, but I also bought games that I know, chat, you've been asking for specifically. I know Dollyfin and Like specifically, you've asked for these. I bought Krusty's Funhouse for NES, because I know Dollyfin, you wanted to see that. We'll do that. I'll figure out when we're going to do that. I think September is what I'm thinking on that one. And like first, I also bought The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I realized, actually, while I was looking into this, the 30th anniversary of that game is actually going to be sort of, kind of happening on a Saturday. November 19th. Actually, it's November 20th for Japan, but by the time we start at 7 p.m., it'll be November 20th in Japan. So we're doing 30th anniversary celebration of that game in November, the same we did with Castle Illusion, because it's only fair. We did it for Sega, for Castle Illusion. We're doing it with Magical Quest for Nintendo and Capcom. Alright, so this is level 2. Going to Venom again. Difference when you go through this, unlike Star Fox 64, and unlike a lot of the other Star Fox games that are like this, where you're sort of path-casing things, like this in Star Fox Assault, is that in this one, even though we're going to some of the levels we've been to, including Corneria, it's not the same as when we played it on level 1. So they actually changed the level design, which I like. I think that's really nice. There's certain things that are going to be the same, but there are other things that aren't. But mostly as far as the level, it's different, but you still get the great music. And the great fly-out. Alright, so yeah, now we have more of those, what are those? Like, spike thingies. Yeah, just seeing the nice polygon take of that. Alright, yeah, just keep shooting down, so it's basically the same case. But like when we were on level 1, we do want to look for arches on the ground and fly through them, because then you get the twin blasters. Yeah, help you. Yeah, you'll be fine, Slippy. Or we're not. Oh, fine. I guess maybe I'll help him by proxy. All right, yeah, just shooting everything. Everything is dying. It's like, okay, fine. Slippy just end up being safe. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through him. I don't care. I tried to zoom past him. Oh. Because you have to fly through all of these, and then behind this door over there, yeah, that's where that appears. You have to do that in order for it to show up. And also make sure to hit it, because sometimes you can miss it. And I've run into that case when I was doing test play. Alright. I just want to go back to the idea of this music, especially for Corneria. I love this idea. In fact, I'll say this, I might even like the music for Corneria in this game more than even on Star Fox 64. And I love the Star Fox 64 interpretation of that. But yeah, this is just so great. It does put you in that great, you know, sense of that. And I'll tell you, as I said, it screams early 90s Nintendo, or Super Nintendo. I keep saying Nintendo 64, but yeah, Super Nintendo. Like with Pilot Wings as well, where you got some aspects like that sound design element of, as far as how it was going. It's just something so appealing and so nostalgic. As I said, it's even despite the fact that I played this one more significantly later. You know, finally we are getting to it. Okay, yeah, I did get that. Yeah, the game is definitely slowing down, but as I said, it still is somehow playable, and I gotta give my credit to Nintendo and Argonaut for that, saying like, yeah, it's slow, but back then, you weren't necessarily questioning that, number one. Number two, even nowadays, you'd think like, this would be totally unplayable, but no, it's not. Alright, yeah, I try to do that. It's not as easy to do that, and I guess that also goes to one other thing, is that unlike the later games, yeah, you're on digital control on this one, although... I'm trying to think if there's one that does run digital. Oh, Star Fox Command is... No, Star Fox Command runs on the touchscreen. And actually, when we do that Wii U version, when I buy it, or when I buy it and then when we do it, that's a weird case, because I actually have to use the gamepad for that. None of the, none of the DS stuff that's up there on Wii U's Virtual Console allows Pro Controller, which was a shock to me. I was like, I bought Yoshi's Island 2 for this. It's like, I bought it on that because, like, hey, I can play it with the controller case. No, you can't. And there's not even, like, stylus control on that, so that was a weird one. Although then I also bought Zelda Spirit Tracks. And that one I get, because, like, hey, it needs the stylus all over the place. Alright, we're at the boss here. It is Attack Carrier again. And same deal as before, although I believe he does hurt you a little more if you get hit. So I'll try to avoid that. Same case as before, just pay attention to where the light is and fire. Okay, alright, I was a little off to that, so I didn't destroy it in one shot. Also, unlike the later games, you also are not running on hit cases with this, so it doesn't necessarily matter if you take a long time to beat the bosses. Although, I guess now at this point we're also going to see another... Okay, no, he's going backwards further. I thought he was going to do something else. Alright. At this point, yeah, I'm just flying underneath it. I'm just going to avoid those things. I don't want to die. Alright, so, yeah, one more time. Hey, there it goes. And, who are you guys? Yeah, we're Star Fox again, and we are leaving you in the dirt. That was the last time we were going to see the attack carrier, though. Which is fitting, because it's like when we did Star Fox 64. It's the alternate path in Star Fox 64 to see that, if you're not aware. And we did fight twice there, as the last two plays. Now this time it's the first two. So yeah, we're going reverse. Alright, see how many hits we got. 90%. Yeah, as I said, the only benefit really of getting 100% is just getting all the hits, and getting all the points quickly. Alright, next we are in Sector X. Which I guess is going to another aspect of the continuity a little bit. Because it's saying here, Andros' forces tend to build a base here. Yeah, he kind of did. Sort of. Okay, fine. There was sort of a base there in Star Fox 64, except, as Falco said, somebody beat us here. It's all gone! So yeah, there was something there, and there was like the secret weapon, so... Alright, there is connective perspective that way. That being said, I guess to go with one other thing, as long as we're going through this, is that, yeah, you don't really get too much different as far as your teammates, as far as, like, their personality as much as the later games, well, as I said. Because they're not, well, fine, they're not voiced in this, but also because it wasn't really until the later ones where they kind of emphasized that a bit. But it is, I mean, we're happy to see them. We love Slippy and Peppy and Falco in this game and on the show. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is also where it's getting a little harder because you have the spinning... Oh, yeah, I keep missing that. I want to do that so I can get the life. Alright, apparently I shut down a target of his. I didn't notice. Yeah, but in this case, you have the rotating things. So you have to kind of eye the needle of this. And there's one on path 3. I am very nervous. In this case, you're kind of going in a spiral to the right and then to the left. And there's a bomb underneath this one. Whoa. Ow. I mean, I'll say this also as far as getting hit. As long as I'm getting hit by the laser blasts, like those... Oh, great, awesome. Speaking of laser blasts, I got mine. But as long as you're getting hit by laser blasts compared to those orbs, yeah, I'll take that, because it doesn't do as much damage. Alright, but yeah, we're in good shape. Yeah, if I can hold these longer, because that's really what you want to do. Yeah, eyes forward. Yeah, my eyes are forward. Yeah, if you can do that, that's really what you want to do, because, yeah, you'll have more power. I know, with the shield, that'll make things better. Actually, I don't remember also on the shield, and chat, if you know, let me know. Okay, I already used the shield up, but yeah, when you're in shield state, can you lose your wings still? Ew. I want to avoid that. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, Slippy, you'll be fine. Also, I noticed in some cases you can't even hit your teammates, even when they're, like, right there. It's like, yeah, their hitbox isn't even activated. But in this case, no. Whoa. Yeah, and you get like getting like the T's and the L there as far as that, and the crosses. I guess we're having the religious experience sort of this way, although, yeah, I don't think really Star Fox kind of went into it that much. Well, you could arguably say Assault does to some degree, in terms of the idea of being born with a soul or without one. There's like a line Fox has in that one in regards to that. But honestly, as I said, that's more of a Zelda case, and we'll see that next week with Zelda. Yeah, we will next week because we're running Fire Temple, so we're going to that. Whoa. Yep. Bomb, please give me health. Please give me health. Yeah, fine. Let it be you, Slippy. I don't care. Oh, yeah, well, there it was, but I missed it. Alright, this is Rock Crusher. Oh, actually, it is the same case as before, so actually this is better. But yeah, don't bother shooting the first one there, because the lights come on and they just instantly go off. You know what, let's make it easier yourself with bombing them. Yeah, because one bomb will take out all 4. You can also shoot them off with a laser, but yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, we'll get them, I think. Unless I get hit. I don't want to get hit. Please don't let me get hit. Basically, what you want to do as far as, like, avoiding those orbs, just to give an idea that as soon as you sort of see it coming, even, like, to start, just kind of move out of the way, so then you avoid it. Alright, but we're good. Yeah, hopefully I got the rustiness off going through level 1. What's next? Good question. We will see. Alright, not much of a hit rate, but I did get a continue, so we're all set. Alright, next up is Titania. This is a little different than how it was in later games, because in this one, as we'll see, Corneria's resource world has been overrun. So I have to retake the weather control unit.
Good luck.
Yeah, this is the ice world, because of the way the weather control station is going. Yandos is taking control of this. Also, it's hard to see this, as far as, like, the, I guess, the all-white area, all, I guess, white, sort of turquoise. It's, I don't know if it's just easier to see this if you're running it on Super Nintendo. I'll look at it and I'll put an edit later in when we put this up in a couple days, just to get a sense, because I guess one thing I'll go into, I guess is also going into some aspects of, like, how the emulation of this is working, because if you're wondering why this was not on the Wii or the Wii U or the 3DS's Virtual Console, they actually had trouble emulating the Super FX chip tech, or at least Nintendo apparently did, but people who were running it did. And apparently that included M2, who did all the emulations for the stuff for the Wii U's Virtual Console. But yeah, for the purpose that also there, yeah, the weather balloon is over there, but first thing I do want to do is go through here, because oh, wait a minute, I already have all the lasers. What the hell am I doing? Okay, fine, that's not good. By the way, if you do miss that, this repeats, so you have to go to the right and destroy that orb over there. I like this one. Yeah, I like the look of it for sure, but as I said, one interesting thing, I guess, to go into some of the emulations of some of this stuff is that when this or really any game from Super Nintendo era has been emulated by Nintendo, it's been... Alright, I got it. And when you get that, it goes to like the night sky if you want to destroy these. But yeah, the interesting thing about that is that it does kind of brighten the look, or they brighten the look when they emulate it, or when they do the, I guess the reverse engineering for it, for how they do it. So in that case, yeah, it maybe looks potentially more washed out than it does on Super Nintendo itself. As I said, I have it on Super Nintendo. I can take a look and get an answer to, like, does it necessarily look different? So part of maybe the reason it looks a bit different comes down to the idea of, like, how the emulation is. Also, what you want to do here, just give an idea. Those, walker thingies, shoot the legs out so they'll fall on the ground. Oh, and I need health, because what that'll do is they can shoot backwards, or they can shoot forwards, or, yeah, they can shoot from behind me to me and kill me. That happened a lot when I was practicing this area. So you can feasibly avoid doing it. Alright, there's health over there. I want to get that shit! It's a Winter Wonderland. Yeah, unfortunately, I got a death. Although, I didn't hit the checkpoint, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so I can get the laser again. What you can do is you can go past that area, because it'll repeat. You can just keep getting the highest laser power, so I'll do that. But yeah, it is a Winter Wonderland, and it's interesting because Fortuna was the Winter Wonderland in Star Fox 64, and I think in Assault. It's been a while since I played Assault, so I don't remember. And then, but it's not that in this one. So you definitely get that winter case, and I guess the idea of, like, hey, you're going to all these different worlds in the case of this. Yeah, you're welcome for the save, my friend. Alright, so yeah, there that goes down, but yeah, in that case, we're fine. For now. But I do like the look as far as, like, the atmosphere creates, and again, it goes to that idea, as I said, atmosphere. Which this game does really, really well. Oh. Yeah, I need to get health, though. In fact, you know what? What I think I also should do is kill these enemies so I can get some health. If they give me health. Oh, yeah, there you go. Perfect. In fact, you know what? I might just do that, too. Just repeat this a little so I can get some more health and live. Oh, and miss the laser upgrade. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I'm doing this more as a strategy, just because, like, I want to have the strong laser, and I want to be alive. Yeah, because I think that one will always give health. So, alright, fine. We'll do one more pass, and then we'll get the orb again, and I think we should be in good shape after that. Oh! Perfect. Alright. Alright, one more run, and then, or one more run through this, and then we'll go on. Yeah. Also, the other thing I guess about the rings is the way they spin in this one. Sometimes it's a little harder to hit them, but in some cases you can also kind of just hit the side of them and you'll be in good shape. Got it. Alright. Actually, I think you might only need to touch that instead of hit it, but yeah, whatever. We got it. And we're in better shape, and I have much more health. And you know what? I'll take that extra health. Thank you very much. By the way, the orange, or the yellow rings, they'll recover a little bit of your health. There are other ones, there's silver, they'll recover more, and you get a half health recovery when you hit the checkpoint, of which, actually, we didn't hit the checkpoint. So, my doing it this way was probably fine. Alright, so yeah, here are the, spider walkers. Just knock them on their feet so they don't shoot back at you or forward at me when you pass by. Otherwise, that'll be a problem. But I was constantly saying when I was doing practicing, what's hitting me? And I realized, oh wait, they are. Though if you somehow miss them, the other thing you can kind of do is kind of go up the top and kind of zigzag. Also, since you do... The way the barrel roll in this works, you go a little slower when you do it. And just like before, to barrel roll, tap L or R twice. But, yeah, because it runs slower, you don't... Okay, I guess it sort of worked there? Or it just missed me, as far as that orb there. Yeah, because you can sort of reflect the bullets, but it's hard to do it. But in a lot of cases, like, yeah, I don't barrel roll all the time the way I do in Star Fox 64. In particular, whoa. I think we're coming up on the boss soon. But I also do want to get more health. Okay, unfortunately, I can't get health on him. Alright. Whoa. Or maybe, okay, maybe on them I can. Or... Oh, right! This is... I forgot. Okay, this is actually... As long as I play my cards right and I'm not totally reckless, this can be pretty easy. Can be. Watch, I'll probably have trouble with it. Alright, we're going through this. Alright, bye-bye. That is, Professor Hanger. You're going through another one of these sections, but what happens is... You come out here, that's water. We'll see more water later. And there are the enemies coming out of it. Just shoot them, and you want to get him. Actually, with these lasers I've got, I'm in good shape. Or better shape, unless I get myself killed. And I hope I don't. Because he'll come up straight like this, just shoot him. But also be careful, he'll shoot those orbs at you, so if you just move to the side, or no, those enemies will come out. You can one-cycle this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Got him. Yeah, thank God, that is exactly what I wanted to happen. Yeah, because if you play your cards right, it can go really easily, but having those stronger lasers is going to help. Thank God. So far, so good, yeah. So, for this one, yes. I hope I got all of the rustiness off on level 1. I'd love to go to level 3 and decimate it, but we'll see. So it's 87. We do have the one continuing back up, so we're all good. And you do get your health recovered. It's definitely one of the easiest bosses. It can be. But the thing is that, and as I said, when I practiced this, what was going on with that is that I got there with one hit left, and I was kind of stubborn just to get a sense of me trying to figure this out. So I was like, yeah, I was dying a lot for the purpose of that, but like, yeah, if you have some health going in, you should be good. Alright, Sector Y, you have amoebas here. You can do rolls to get off, or get them off of you. Also, this, okay, I remember this as well, because you have, like, the space manta ray, and actually, like, the space, creatures, like, space, I guess, water creatures. Yeah, like, for example, you mentioned, like, Futurama's, space whale. Not far off, honestly, in this one. Although, this was, about, 6 years before Futurama came around. Yeah, in this case, yeah, what you want to really do is, I guess, feasibly shoot everything, but sometimes the, manta rays will come, you shoot them, they'll beeline for you, and you can't really destroy them, so you kind of want to just go off to the side and boost. At least that's what I've realized seems to be something that's most effective. But again, I do like the atmosphere out here, too. Like, not just the fact that we're in space, but we're in space with, like, yellow stars over there. Oh, yeah, those are the amoebas. Yeah, if they touch you... Okay. Ew! Just got it. Alright, yeah, that's the extra life. Yeah, you hit all three of those, the, R-Wing comes over there, and you get an extra life. And actually, if I keep dying here, I can keep doing that, because that will respawn when I die. So at that point, I can actually feasibly, you know, hold on and not get into a case. I mean, technically I'll have unlimited lives, as long as I don't miss that. Alright, we're doing okay. But as I said, the art direction for this as well. Okay, there is the Space Manta Ray. Or the Space Stingray. Yeah, just go off to the side. Let it go past you. Yeah, we'll see if you get it. Or, as I said, I'm just shooting everything, so feasibly, yeah, the bullets will run into them eventually. Yeah, there's one of them. Yeah, just go to the side. Just don't bother hitting them, because I don't think you can kill them. Well, maybe with bombs you can. But, like, yeah, I just didn't want to. Yeah, John DiMaggio is apparently not reprising his role as Bender for the, reprise or the reboot of, Futurama. Yeah, that is a surprise case. I did hear about that. There's a checkpoint. Yeah, I mean, that I guess is a surprise. I guess because Bender was kind of well known for that show. I mean, I guess the question comes to the idea of, like, because I know you saying, hey, you didn't necessarily want to do it, as opposed to, you know, what, them having to change your role for something like that. Which I guess is surprising, but then again, I guess maybe it's also, I don't know, maybe the idea of, like, what was going on with the show as far as, like, things that were going on during its making. Because actually, that's the interesting thing about that show, because that show initially was kind of a chaotic one, really. I remember I saw it when it first came on. It was 1999 when it was released. I remember Fox was, like, shifting that around all over the place to the point where, oh, it was after The Simpsons, which was a great time slot for it. Then they moved it to Tuesday, where it didn't have good ratings, and they put it on Sundays at 7 p.m. during NFL season, so all the NFL games would preempt it. It was like a whole season of that was not aired, and then when it was on, it didn't get good ratings, and then it got canceled, and then Comedy Central picked it up and finished it off, and now they're doing another one. It's like, I don't know if maybe John DiMaggio is thinking that, hey, he doesn't want to get involved in that, or stuff like that. Alright, this is the Plasma Hydra, by the way. Shoot the arms, or quote Star Fox 64, maybe it's an arm. Aim for the arm, or aim for the hooks in the arm. That is an interesting one, and I'll also say this as far as this, which is, for, Futurama. I definitely thought John DiMaggio was hilarious as far as Bender was concerned, as far as stuff like that. As far as the game is concerned, I would love to show that game off. Unfortunately, it costs $400. Oh, fine. Depending on where you find it, it might cost almost $400. It's actually insanely rare. So I don't know if that would be a case of that, unless maybe I know someone who has a copy of it. But it would also get that case of, you know, that perspective. Because I did think Futurama is really, really funny as far as, like, what it's doing. Like, the perspective of space. I don't know if they necessarily ever went into anything with, like, Star Fox takes of that. But even just the idea, like, hey, they're on the spaceship and say, like, I'm hitting every button and nothing's happening. Or just all these other weird stuff. And we mentioned it before, you mentioned, with, the space whale. And yeah, I mean, me waxing philosophic on Futurama and going into that, yeah, we destroyed this thing really quickly. Or to quote Bender's like, oh, Bender will cheer you up. Look at me, look. Bee-ba-ba-boo, boo, bee-ba-ba-boo. Then just Fry just starts sobbing like, so he's like really sad to that. Oh, I guess I better work on my act. Alright. I would love to show that game off and get a copy, but Christ, it costs a lot. I'll see what I can do. Because it is an interesting one. It's not a great game. I played it, I rented it, but there are interesting things about it, like, hey, we should get some representation of that show if we can. Maybe they'll make a new game if this new show takes off. I guess also, who do they pick as Bender? Let's put that perspective as well. I guess we can also talk that, because there are games I have that do have John DiMaggio in them. Specifically, and this is going to be a mature rated case, like, massively when I do that, Mad World, which is on the Wii. Which is actually from the people who made Star Fox Zero, Platinum Games, and Bayonetta. Alright, we are going to Venom on Path 2, and this is going too well, I'm suspicious. Alright, we're going in the back door. So just like a Super Mario World. As far as like, you had the back door, Bowser's Castle. This one too, but we're going, I guess, on the outside planet. Which I guess goes to the other thing, which is that, yeah, we're covering a good amount of the Lilat system doing this, as far as the way this game operates itself. So, in that way, it's pretty cool. Alright, ooh. Still is. Alright, whoa. Alright, bogey on me 6. Yeah, same case, we're in space, but then we're just going to the next area and fighting, well, the next boss that's here. Actually, technically, this is the only path that has, 2 bosses in Venom's case, where it's like, okay, you fight the one here, but you're not fighting that one again when you get down to the surface of the planet. You fight a different one, which, with the setup I have, I could feasibly decimate it, but, yeah, let's hope that's how it works. I said, maybe I have gotten the rustiness off. Maybe that's the idea. I said, maybe that's also the idea of why I do a discussion case of this. I mean, like First Dolphin, everyone in chat, you're the reason for that. Because, like, hey, you wanted to talk about stuff. You want to go into memories of a game, discussion on elements of it, elements of other things in gaming, or I guess other entertainment elements as far as, like, Futurama in that case. And I think in that way, maybe, I don't know, I mean, I'll say this, maybe, if nothing else, that maybe puts less pressure onto me, or makes me feel less pressure in a sense, like, okay, I'm going to be open on the fact that am I going to be necessarily doing great on a game, but also the idea that, hey, we can keep a conversation going along. I guess maybe I just feel relaxed, and I know, Chad, you've said this, that you feel that case too, so I'm glad to that, and I like that this has kind of become the way this show has been. As I mentioned, just the idea of, as I said, I started this as something simple, just because I wasn't seeing people that much, but it kind of blossomed into something smaller, for sure, but something that, it is a different take on a play of a game. It's like, look, you can watch multiple people playing a game, you can watch people just playing a game without talking on it, and I get if you'd want to see that specifically, but just the idea like, hey, it's like replicating, sitting on a couch with me playing a game, having a discussion, sharing a memory, and going into other aspects, doing stuff that, as I said, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about when I go on each night or each week, based on what you have to say, or maybe in some ways even what I have to say. In fact, even the case of going back to, the fact is, I didn't know this was going to be an anniversary show for this game. I said, we're doing it now because I said we're going to do it in February, but then I realized, oh, wait a minute, 2 days is the 29th anniversary of the game, so like, okay, perfect time for us to celebrate this. As you're going through, and yeah, just everything is dying, and that is the beauty of the, I don't know if they call them the hyper lasers, they might call them something else, but yeah, the orb blaster, whatever they are, the laser case, yeah, everything dies really nicely. I have full health going into the boss, so we are in good shape. Yeah, this is the Rock Crusher. Okay, I remember how this works. Shoot on the side, use the brake, or use the brake! Because what happens, or fire the retros, yeah, he'll tell you that. If he's dead, then do that. Yeah, because they'll crush you, by the way, and also in the middle are those aspects there, like the other enemy things that come out. You have to do that and shoot into them. Yeah, you actually have to use the brake at least twice, and you have to wait till that bar goes back up. By the way, that is your G diffuser system, or I guess the one that Pepper has on his, because you can only use the boost or the brake once. You can't, like, stop it and then wait for the bar to go back up again. as soon as you press that button, you gotta wait for it to drain and to get back up again. Whoa. Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't actually see much of this perspective of it in the test. But I do have bombs, let's try and use them. What you want to do is at least just bust one of these things. No. Yeah, you do get really close for it. It's like you just have enough to make it. Alright, but when you destroy the one, the other one goes that way, and it is a little better, but you do have to watch out for some of the stuff that's coming out. Alright, in this case, no. Yeah, he's dying. So yeah, I guess I did sort of, get stuff ready for, level 1. But yeah, the next part's a little harder, sort of. It can be hard if you're, reckless the way I can sometimes be. Yeah, no sweat. Yeah, so my teammates are fine. They're gonna be, going alright. Yeah, but here's the other thing also. They do not recover their health, by the way, so, if Pipey were to get hit too much more, yeah, he's done. Although, actually, my wingmates are not with me for this part. They're gone. They just said, you know what, Fox, you got this. We're gonna go back, to Corneria and, you know, have a nice stiff drink. So yeah, we're going on this on our own before we go into the final part. So yeah, this is what it is like on Path 2. Ow, shit. You have those things coming up. You know, I probably should use the bombs that go along. And we got the boss coming up for the purpose of this. You also do get that nice sound of like the whizzing by the huge. Or that, oh crap! Yeah, you also need to slow down because you can run into those things. Or also go to the side. That's the other thing as well. But you also do have the obstruction, so that can also be a problem that way. They say basically just keep shooting. I'll say this also. I guess one thing is that on one hand, I'm glad we're doing the Switch Online take, but on another hand, I also think that if I was using my Super Nintendo copy, I could just pull out that ASCII pad and just put on the Rapid Shot, because you do not have Rapid Shot. Actually, when you hit the button, it shoots 3 shots out, and then you have to hit it again. But in my case, I'm just hitting it rapidly. Alright, now, after you hit the checkpoint, this is where things get a little serious, because, well, after the ships over there, with the Galactic Rider and the Galactic Riders, anyway, they're coming up. We'll see them in just a second. Yeah, because they can be very hard to hit. Okay, that one looked like it almost crashed into the wall. Yeah, so far we're doing okay. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that. Okay, yeah, I took them down, but yeah, they're biker creatures, and yeah, sometimes I don't know if I showed this. When you shoot down some enemies, they have like the pilots in them. They'll spin around. It's basically that. Oh shit! Yeah, I don't want to touch the walls. Oh yeah, they also come behind. So slow down, let him pass you, and then hit him. Let's go to the side and then do it. Or okay, did he die? All right, no, I guess not. All right, so here is the Galactic Rider, I guess, machine case. It'll open the hatch up and shoot it. We can also shoot the bomb in. I'll do that too, just to maybe make this go a little faster, and it'll also close it up. And then what happens is that even when you break, it'll come close. So you might need to tilt yourself away this way. Oh, no, I don't want to die here again. Or to quote House of the Dead 2, I don't want to die. My God. Yeah, I love that game too. I guess in some ways that's the other thing. Maybe the show, it's like a stream of consciousness for me. It's like, hey, I'm going to quote aspects of games, talk about games, say like, oh my God, I love this one too. While doing that with all of you, and I love that perspective too. Alright, got him. Alright, so fine, I guess I'm going to decimate level 2. Somehow. But, alright. Yeah, after you do that and take him down, we're going to fight Andros again. Yeah, he's dying 3 times, and the question is like, yeah, how's he come back? But he does have different dialogue each path we go down, so at least there's that. And, path 3 will change the boss a little bit. Okay, see, technically this one will change it too, because you have to hit him more times than you did on path 1. I don't think you can do it without having, like, 2 paths. Alright, thought you might make it eventually. Yeah, it was quicker this time. Jared Peppers guided you well. Yeah, also the chat, Electverse and Dollyfin specifically on this one. I guess have him back the way, I guess... Yeah, I have theirs, clearly. I have your backs for the purpose of this. Oh, crap. Alright. Yeah, in that case, it looked like just sort of clipped it. Alright. I want to escape here alive. Alright, we'll see about that, Andros. Yeah, same deal as before. He's the polygon case, shoot the eyes. So not too much different. Ew. Yeah, and like the other game, or fine, Star Fox 64 anyway, you do feel the weight of, like, that pull-in, which is definitely interesting. Ew. Yeah, almost. I mean, honestly, it's the same deal as before. As long as you understand how the pattern is, you should be okay. Usually. But it's also one of those cases I mentioned last week when we did Mickey Mania, the idea of a game that will punish your mistakes badly, and this can be a game to do that. Ow. Also, I never let him meet me, but so I'm not gonna take that chance. I don't know, maybe on the test, maybe on the, not on the test playthrough, on the edit for this, I'll put in footage of him eating me just because it'd be funny. But in that case, yeah, do same case, yeah, don't shoot off because he'll reflect bullets and shoot the cube. Which I guess is his brain. I mean, I guess you're right, Electros, I guess that's the idea. And it changes color that way, and that's how you know it's, closer to dying. Oh, no. You know, I'll try it since we're done with bombs. Yeah, I think it blows up before it gets in his mouth, so I don't think there's any case that you can really, you know, get it so that, you know, he'll be steaming out the ears like he did in Star Fox 64. Whoa. I mean, and as I said, also just that, you know, feeling of, ooh, unease, like, I gotta move. Almost like the lean case in a game like that. Oh, when he's, you know, doing that, or when you're missing the, I guess the squares, the rectangles. Alright. Okay, there we go. I think we should be able to get him off with this one. Got him. Alright, so level 2 went way better. See, I thought level 1 was going to be the one that was easiest, but no, it was level 2. Alright, we're done. That is... Oh, fine, we're done with the second play. Yeah, it's the next part I am dreading. Alright. Let's take a stretch and a drink. Yeah, hi guys, where were you? I was like, places. Yeah, and the ending is the same as it was before, just to give an idea. But I mean, I guess for the purpose of this, we'll let it run the same way. And as I said, chat, feel free to jump in on anything else you have or anything else you want to go over with this game or anything else gaming-wise that is of interest, or any reaction to anything you're seeing. I'm all ears for whatever it is, and the floor is yours. Actually, I guess I didn't mention this before, but yeah, when you get to the end, it does give you your percentages to get a sense of, like, how much is your hit rate. And I don't think there's any benefit, really, for getting 100 on everything, because I don't think there is. But yeah, I did get 100 on Stage 4, and your wingmates can kind of help you with that, by the way. So even if you pass by enemies, they can sometimes shoot them down. Alright, so 91% hit as far as that, so that's pretty good. But unlike the other ones, you don't have save for your scores, so yeah, there you go.
Come in, Cornelia.
This is Cornelia. Pepper speaking. Congratulations on a job well done.
Roger. I'm heading back to Cornelia.
Alright, so yeah, now Fox is going to get that drink, although, honestly, I mean, I think he's going to want it after we're done with level 3. But I said, if we run into cases with level 3, there is going to be something I can do to kind of mitigate that. Kind of. Alright, so at least we got the boss roll call again. Yeah, we got the attack carrier. Yeah, this will be the last time we see you for now. I don't remember if he's in any other games aside from Star Fox 64. He might be. As well as the Rock Crusher. Yeah, which I guess with bombs made it really easy, so yeah, there you go. Actually, that's one thing I do like about this one compared to some of the other ones. It seems like the bombs can be useful for some of the bosses, and I can think of a few that I'm gonna like to be doing on path 3. There's a Professor Hanger. Yeah, you can kind of see Professor Case on the top a little bit. Yeah, and then the Plasma Hydra and his Plasma Spewer. Yeah, I do like that effect also, like, you can see the energy almost coming out of his arms. As it is a little thing, but at the same time, it is something that, for the Super FX case, I think that was really, what Nintendo and Argonaut really want to show off with this game. And it really, I'll tell you, I think this is the other thing about it, it really gives you this perspective of something futuristic. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool, and it's also something that, it does have a feeling of something futuristic. And you definitely get a couple of interesting cases with a lot of Nintendo games space-themed that do that, like Super Metroid and also Metroid Prime, to a certain degree, the GameCube game. Alright, so there is Andros again. When we do fight him again, it'll be a little different next time, but not too bad. Actually, in some ways, a little easier in some ways. Because there's going to be one part he doesn't do the suck-in anymore. Yeah, he's hitting with telekinesis or with whatever those blocks are. In save cases, before we do give you the credits, there you go. It does. That mask in the last level reminds me of Max Headroom. Okay. That's an interesting one as far as that. And you know what? Maybe... You know, thank you, Dolphin, for mentioning that. I wonder if maybe that's what the team had on their minds, because I guess, since we're going to see the credits again, I think with Star Fox, I know the idea with Star Fox, I guess the idea of like, this being the space opera, and I'm thinking they probably were paying attention to other stuff as far as space cases, I think. Actually, one other thing. But, what, Headroom? No, I got it, so don't worry about it as far as that. So don't worry as far as that. I got the perspective. Because actually, here's the other thing, and you could also argue maybe, and some people mentioned this, the thought that, with Andros, it's supposed to be takeoff on Dr. Zaius from Planet of the Apes, which would also make sense, too. As far as, okay, yeah, it went, dim. Yeah, I have my Switch set up, so, like, after 2 minutes of not touching buttons, it'll go dim, so I have to hit the D-pad again. But, so in that case, I'm almost wondering if maybe with Star Fox, that was the idea. What year was this? This was 1993. So, it was February 21st, 1993 for Japan, and it was, March 1993 for the US. So, yeah, I mean, Max Headroom was 1985, so, yeah, that was way earlier, and Planet of the Apes was 1969, I believe. It was the 1960s. So, I would not put past the idea that they're taking looks as far as this, and as I said, also, the fact that, yeah, you also have Jae San, who actually headed Argonaut Software. He was a teenager when we started that company. The idea of and we mentioned this sometimes before, the idea of the mix of Japanese developers and American developers, and Sega had that with Sega Technical Institute for Sonic 2 and Comic Zone and Use and things like that. And with Nintendo, it was a lot of stuff with Argonaut. It was Star Fox 2. There was also Star Race FX, which I mentioned was they also made, and used the Super FX chip as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's that interesting perspective, because actually, I'll say this, and Proto got into this when we played Ocarina of Time for the last part of it, saying, we're at the Forest Temple, in case you missed it, or just to go over this again. The ghosts in the Forest Temple, the Poe sisters, they're named after the characters in The Little Women, the Louise Mary Alcott novel. I always say her name in a way that garbles it. But anyway, he was saying, it was an interesting case of thing like, wait a second, this is a Japanese-developed game, would you have to do the reset again? That has a reference to something like that, which, I mean, I guess the idea is like, hey, something that captures enough attention around the world that way, but in this case you have maybe a mix of, I guess, influences as far as that. I guess as far as other space stuff of Argonaut, I mean, yeah, Starglider was mentioned, and also the other game that's similar to that, yeah, I'll look back at the chat for that later. But I'm trying to think of other stuff of them that was space-based. Yeah, I mean, I guess it really is with Starglider games, because there's more than one of those. But the idea that you're right, maybe that was an influence. And I'll also look into that. I'll see if there is something to that. They'll go to that. But again, thank you for adding that. And yeah, the Max Headroom case, we're going to talk about that. Or whatever you want to talk about as far as that. So, here you go. Okay. Let me get ready. We're going to level 3. This is the hard path. Weirdly enough, level 1 gave me the most trouble, but level 3, yeah, it's gonna make level 1 look like the easiest thing in the world. But if we do get a game over, hopefully if I get a game over, I get it by Sector Z. Because then I can do something to get back there quick. I'll explain what that is later, and even if we don't run into that case, I'll still show what it is. In fact, hit the ZLZR buttons, you have suspend points. Yeah, those 3 at the top there go to those things. I'll show them later. Level 3 will be tough. Yeah. Yeah, there's a shooting star. I'll wish on the shooting star that this won't go badly. We'll see. But General Pepper's excited I'm taking level 3. Yeah, you chose a course 3. Good chance to take Venom by surprise. Or to get me taken by surprise with how difficult this gets. Fine, not surprised. I practiced this. This is hard. I was going to be practicing it earlier today, and it was giving me trouble. But, yeah, let's do this. Alright, get ready for launch for the last time. For the last time as far as this, so let's do it. I was like, this detail, I was like, yeah, we're getting to getting to the sunsetting of this game, I guess, as far as the end of it. Yeah, we're at the sunset for Corneria now. Or the early morning. Oh no, I think it's the sunset. Alright. So we're going through Corneria hearing this wonderful music once again. I love it so much. But again, fly around, shoot everything, and also pay attention to the arches. Yeah, there's health, I don't need it. So follow the arches to get the laser upgrade. Okay, so that's the idea. Hint for this game. You want the laser upgrade as soon as you can. You want to find out how to get it, which, as I said, it's not always easy to tell it. But I think, I kind of found it just, I guess, by instinct on this one, because I realized, oh, Slippy's giving me the hint on level 1. There's arches on level 2 and 3. Let's try it. And it turned out, oh, that helped. And speaking of Slippy, there he is. Alright, there it is, but also here's the thing. It spawns on the right, or on the left. The bomb's on the right. Alright, there we go. Got it. Okay, so at least we want to be in better shape. There you are, Slippy. Thank you. Which I mentioned is not really emphasized too much in this one, but he is the mechanic of the group. He's also very accident-prone, so the idea is like, yeah, when he's in the R-Wing, he kind of is gonna get himself trouble. But even in Star Fox Assault, he gets to a sense of like, no, like, Falco, shut up and rest your beak for once. I can handle this. Although, as I mentioned, also in the later games, you get the idea that Slippy is adding to the team because he does have the most useful skill when it comes to the boss stuff in Star Fox 64, because he gives you the health bar of what the bosses are. I mean, in this game, I'll tell you, chat, I don't know, or Electors, you know this. If Slippy gets shot down in this game, do you not get the health bar of the boss? Do they have that, I guess, perspective of, you know, your wingmates being gone, of them giving you stuff? Because they won't talk if they're gone, as you'd expect, but I don't know if that means that, oh yeah, that level of health bar that you get for the bosses go away. Oh yeah, they... Okay, I don't know how he didn't get hit by those things, but no, it doesn't. Okay, or you, or no, it doesn't, or no, you don't know. Okay, there's a bomb there. I'm not taking the risk of going to get it that way. Oh no! The attack carrier will be all mine. Yeah, you say that, Falco. But we got a little bit of surprise for you. Okay, all right. Here. Oh right. Oh shit. I don't want to die now because there is the checkpoint, and it also helped me with health. Oh, okay, that would have been hilarious if I hit that. I don't think it does. Okay. Which would make sense because, in all honesty, really, your teammates in this one are not necessarily, I guess, as much of a factor to this as they would be in the later games. And understandably so. Say, first, go at... Oh, shit. No! Yeah, you can also shoot him down. He'll drop that down, and, yeah, it'll be in a bad case. Alright, yeah, we are not fighting the attack carrier again. We're fighting the Destructor. This big tank, and here's how this works. Yeah, the top will come off. You have to shoot both the bottom and the top, but the bottom will keep coming back if you don't shoot out the top there. Also, they have that, those bolts. So I want to get out of the way and not get hit. If I get hit and die, my laser upgrade is gone and I can't get another one. Oh, crap. But as I said, this is also where the bombs come in handy. But also, the explosion of the bomb means it's easy to, you know, or I guess have the bolts hidden. Eventually, when you shoot them enough, I'm surprised this hasn't happened yet, they explode. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, as long as you zigzag, you should be okay. Should be. Oh, but yeah, sometimes they can come towards you. Oh, crap. Yeah, maybe in that case, I'm like leaning away just to get a sense of like, oh no, I'm gonna get hit by this. Oh. Okay, I almost got him. Yeah, basically just go to the side, you should be good. Oh, crap. Or take, fuck it, we're using another bomb. Okay, I didn't do much there, but... No! I just don't want to die again. Or die here, I should say. Ooh. Oh, no. Ow. Oh, right, because they turn around and you can't hit them that way. Oh, crap. Got him, finally. Thank God. I was really tense. I find it ironic it's a tank when the original idea for this to make this into a tank game, or one of them. I guess... Yeah, I mean, because I think I remember seeing, like, the prototype of what NES Glider was going to be. I guess they're looking at that, and I guess here's the other thing. We're talking vector graphic case. I'll bet they probably were thinking of Battlezone, at least, from Atari, from the 80s. As far as, like, that look, as far as, like, that game. Considering how popular Battlezone was... That would make sense as far as it, but it is interesting to see this idea of like, hey, we have the tank, so it goes to that other idea of how, I guess, development of something works, where you kind of see some of the ideas of where they were going to go, the thought that, hey, this could have been a tank game, and I mean, here's the other thing, maybe echoing the Landmaster when the later games would bring it in. But we're going to the asteroid belt again, and it is not the same as on level 1, so, yeah, we'll get to the thing with the tractor beam of the boss here.
Good luck.
I had a hell of a time doing the test on the boss today. Earlier, when I practiced it, I was fine. So hopefully it'll be more of the it's fine case now. So far, I'm okay. As I said, I do want to at least get another continue, because yeah, if I lose all my lives now, it's a game over. And also, on this level, just like we had in the other asteroid belt, where there's that little hint I was giving, or something like, hey, you can do something interesting if you shoot those, the asteroids that are connected to, like, the group of the other ones. There's a specific asteroid that's coming up, and I'll show this. You shoot and destroy it, a bird will come by, and you run at the bird to get something going on. In fact, I'll show this right now, and I'll respond to what you said over there. Okay, I missed destroying it, but that's fine. Miyamoto thought the game would be boring, but I could be wrong about that. I mean, that's interesting you say that, because I was doing, I guess, looking as far as, like, what was the idea of this, and I mentioned before, with a lot of stuff in the early 90s with some companies, especially with Sega, I was saying there was mistrust as far as the Japanese and American side of things for that, for, like, the Sega Technical Institute stuff. That's what killed Sonic Extreme, amongst other things, on top of that. But I remember Dylan Cuthbert, he's talked pretty extensively as far as, like, what was it like working with Nintendo, and he said that Miyamoto would often come, or Shigeru Miyamoto, who was a producer on this game, would come around, and or I think he also, like, the perspective, like, the project management on this. He would come around to give ideas as far as what was going on. Also, by the way, there was the monkey getting shot out of the spaceship for that and flying off in space. But yeah, he would come around, kind of, like, give ideas, like, listen to what they were doing with a cigarette in his mouth, because, like, the idea is, like, he was heavy into smoking at the time. I think he's since quit. But then the idea also is that, and that came up with Metro Prime, because Metro Prime was Retro Studios. Okay, perfect. Get the wife. Perfect. Yeah, because with Metro Prime, I remember, Retro Studios, that was the first game they ever made, and they said whenever Miyamoto came around, it was almost like the Emperor visiting the Death Star, because they were so nervous, thinking, like, wait a second, he's gonna say we're ruining his franchise of his or something. But from what I've understood, I mean, it's been different cases. Also, yeah, there is the troll face of the asteroid. It does show up here anyway. You can get a show in the other asteroid belt and do the warp we're going to show later. If we get a game over on Path 3. But it was interesting, I guess, to get that idea of, like, what's it like working with someone like Shigeru Miyamoto, who, I mean, let's just say this, I mean, he is definitely a big figure in this industry and a trailblazer. We mentioned when we did, what was it? We did Super Mario Land, the idea of, like, Gunplay Yoko being one of the greats. Shigeru Miyamoto as well, because of the idea of how he pioneered a lot of stuff with stuff like Donkey Kong and Super Mario Brothers and other games. And the idea of, like, potentially that intimidating factor of what that is. Okay, by the way, this is the blade barrier. What you want to do is not shoot anything when it comes to that, and get out of the way of that. And then he'll shoot the enemies out, and you want to hit the blades on the back. Don't hit while it's spinning, otherwise the lasers will deflect back and hit you. And when he does that thing, go to the side. If you get stuck in that, you have to spin your way out or roll your way out, and you can get pulled in towards him, and it could be a bad case. But I'm doing way better than I did on the test play, thank God. Alright. Yeah, and also using the tilt and the turn that way actually helps you quite a bit, because then you turn a lot faster. You also wouldn't think that avoiding the enemy, or getting hit by the enemies here would be much of a concern, but it kind of was. Like I said, I tested today, I got game over here for this. I said, like, okay, I don't have enough time to practice more, so yeah, there you go. But, I mean, and that's the interesting thing, I guess, to go back to that thing as far as, like, Miyamoto and, like, the idea of, you know, other companies or other people working with him, particularly from another country, and the idea of, like, perspective. And I guess same with Dylan Cuthbert, because he was involved, he did develop Star Fox Command for the DS, and that was also the first time people realized, wait a minute, Star Fox 2 was canceled, but maybe it was almost finished. Because he said, I basically was working from a pretty much finished version that was not the same as reproduction copies that got out before its official release. Alright, but yeah, you just keep, what you gotta do here is you just gotta hit off those blades on the bottom behind it. But the other thing is also the blade can stop, and it can stop over them like that on the top one, so then you can't hit it until it stops spinning. But eventually what'll happen is when you have only one left, I believe it will stop specifically on the area where it is. So it's like, yeah, you can still hit it, and we got him. Yeah. Okay, it did go the other way. So it's a yin-yang. Also, he can come towards the screen. Don't get hit by him. Or don't let him run into you. Alright, so that was way better than it was when I tested today. That's why I do a test play there, especially on this game, because I said, like, first, I wanted to do this game right. Well, here's the thing. I'll also say this. When I'm requested a game by anybody, if I'm going to be the one playing it, I at least want to put in the effort. I want to show you that, you know what, I care about the fact you made this request to give enough of a perspective of saying, I want to show at least some competency. So it's like, that's why I'll practice them. And that's why I was so hell-bent on practicing this game. It's like, I want to do this right, specifically, and at least give a sense that I'm not half-assing this. I don't want to ever get that perspective. Just give any perspective. Like, you request something, I'm going to take it seriously. We're going to play it, and we're going to give it the whole look. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, here's Fortuna. Different than the ice planet we'd see later, but, well, and except in Star Fox Zero where they change it back. Yeah, it's a flora planet. So a lot of big creatures here, and this is also where the pop-up is going to be. In interesting case, also, yeah, they get the camera to you really close. Yeah, there we go. Got the flowers. Avoid them. I love the music here, though. It's really kind of like relaxing, chill, jazzy piece, and it's awesome as far as how it is. And it does create a great atmosphere. It's like, yeah, you're going through this, and I guess here's another thing, which is that we're fighting, I guess, all these weird, I guess, alien creatures in a lot of areas. But yeah, this is like a lot of like wildlife cases. Yeah, you got like the Andros forces and ships and things like that. You have like Venus flytraps, you have dragonflies, you have fish when we go over the water, and we have birds, especially the boss when we get to the boss. I hope the boss will go okay, because this is a hard boss. Debatably the hardest boss in the game, but we'll see. And here's what you also want to do when it comes to the flowers and things that come out of area. Just kind of stay low, really. And stay to the right also, because that's where you'll see laser upgrades if you need them. For now, I just more need health. In fact, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, there's a lot shooting, so yeah, be careful. Yeah, also this thing, they'll curve that way, and also at the top of them, the flower bud will pop in. I mean, also, as long as we're going through this, yeah, you also just see the fish coming out of the water, you hear that splash. And the birds as well, when you shoot them going down. Woo! Which is a nice touch. Yeah, let's go into that thing as far as the tank case, because like, yeah, I get the idea of like, wait a minute, you know, how would a tank game work? But as I said, Battlezone was the case of that. The remakes of Battlezone, the strategy one, the gold one, I know you mentioned at one point at first, amongst other things, like the idea of like the tank case, or and this is kind of another out there one I've heard of, but I haven't played it. Tiny Tank, which is on PlayStation. It is by Appaloosa Interactive, the team that made Echo the Dolphin Defender of the Future for the PS2 and Dreamcast. And also made the 3D Contra games, first two, the Legacy War and the, what was, there's the other one, I don't remember what it was. Alright, yeah, the Hydras will come out. Pretty much just avoid them, that's what I tend to do. You can kind of shoot them in the head, but, ew, in some cases, yeah, maybe just get out of the way. Ow. Perfect. Oh man, I'm getting good luck with getting the lives. Except, yeah, that one was sort of hidden, or hiding the Hydra. Yeah, the birdies are dying, I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll try and help you, yeah. Especially if there's health in it for me. Also, there are 2 checkpoints on this level, so in that case, that's something to keep in mind. But it also means that if I die before hitting it... Okay, fine, I hit it now. But if I died before hitting that, I could keep going that and back and getting that life. Whoa! That's the other thing as far as the pop-up. Usually in a lot of games, you think, like, what the hell is wrong with this game? The pop-up is horrible. I mean, Driver 3 is a case of a game like that, where it's insane with how the pop-up is. But then again, Driver 3 was 11 years after this game. This was 1993 on Super Nintendo, and somehow this game is still playable strongly, despite that. So yeah, it's a different case. And I'll tell you, if nothing else, it does make you kind of, I guess, question yourselves. Like, usually in a lot of cases when it comes to elements of games, you think, like, oh, slowdown and frame rate cases and pop-up are going to be something that's going to kill you, or kill the perspective of the game. But in this case, not as much. Alright, here is the boss. Yeah, stay in the center here, because he'll spin around and hit you. He still hit me. Yeah, hit the tail. This is the, Monarch Dodora, which is also in Star Fox Zero, the Wii U game. Yeah, so they did bring it back for the purpose of that, but I still remember, like, going back to the, Some Call Me Johnny case, like, oh, look, they brought this, creature back, is great thing for the purpose of that. They're like, it's so good to see you, now fuck off and die. They just shoots it dead, which is way easier in that game than in this one. And holy shit, I killed that really quick. I am shocked. This is mind-blowing for early 3D. Yeah, mind-blowing also that I beat that as quickly as I thought. I don't know how the hell that happened. You're right, though. Exactly. Let's talk that again. Early 3D. And we'll... Actually, I'll tell you. Good thing we're playing this game now, because in May, we're doing the Midway Arcade Treasures 2. Hard Driving is in that. Which actually, it's arcade remake of sorts. Race Driving was developed for the Game Boy by Argonaut Software. But Hard Driving specifically is a game that has a similar look to this. It's an arcade game, but it hasn't aged as well as this. Shockingly that this game aged well at all, but also that that game's aged way worse. So, exactly, this is mind-blowing for 3D, early 3D, but somehow it maintains its playability. Honestly, I'll tell you, with all the play I've been doing in this for the test play and playing it now, that's the thing that's just takes my breath away above anything else. The fact that, despite everything you say, as I said, I could pick this game apart as far as the tech for nowadays, saying like, oh, this is not aging well, but you know what? I don't think that's the idea. Anyone want barbecue chicken? Yeah, for the last boss, you're right. So yeah, the good case on that. But as I said, that's the idea. Is like, that's what's blowing my mind. The fact that this game is still insanely playable, despite the fact that, you know, like, you could put these perspectives. All right, we were going into Macbeth. Yeah, this is hard, and yeah, we're talking about crashing into stuff. Oh, hard driving. Oh, well, okay. But what did I say? I mean, there was race driving, which was the next one, and then there was hard drive. Oh, there's hard driving, then race driving. I don't know if I said something different instead of hard driving first, but as I said, we're gonna look at hard driving when we do Midway Arcade Treasures 2. If you've never seen hard driving, you're gonna be laughing your ass off. I'll tell you that right now. I actually remember I had that as a Bad Game Thursday with my coworkers, and they're saying all these weird cases as far as like, why are you having screeching tires driving on the grass? Why is it that you have to, what is it with this weird carnival music when you get a crash? And it's hilarious. Although, honestly, that's also a case where it's better in the arcade because they give you a steering wheel and you also have, like, the key you have to turn for the purpose of running it. But again, also, for early tech of that, it was interesting, but it, even more than this, I mean, fine, way more than this, it hasn't aged well. This has aged better than I would ever have thought in a million years it would have. And I'm still having a blast playing it, even despite that. Alright, there's the Twin Blaster. No! Yeah, this is where it gets hard because you have the, what are they? Okay, fine, me dying. There you go. Yeah, so, yeah, you have the vector, bars. They're insanely hard to avoid in this level. The good news, though, also is that, because I made it to, Sector X, or Sector X, Sector Z, it's one of these. I played it so bad. Yeah, okay, so you know what we're talking about. I'm gonna love hearing that input when we do that game. I remember when I first played it, actually, I played Race Driving first. which is on Midway Treasures 3. I bought... Oh, wait, I guess... Can I hurt Slippy? Hold on, or he's getting hurt. Never mind. Ow. I was... Okay, well, yeah. Okay, fine, Slippy's dead. Alright, everybody tends to hate Slippy Toad. Yeah, he died. Alright, so unfortunately, Slippy's not going to make it to the end of this game alive. But yeah, to go to the race driving thing, the first time I played it was in that Midway Treasures 3. And when I played it, I actually was learning to drive at the time. I said, yeah, I'm having an easier time learning to actually drive than drive the car in this game. And I was like, yeah, I mean that. Oh, slow down. Yeah, that's what you really want to do. You do want to slow down a bit, but yeah, it is hilarious. It is so bad, but it's hilarious. Like, that was the Bad Game Thursday take. And as I said, it also helps, like, why we're going to be looking at the, in the collection. Although, to go back to Race Driven on Game Boy, it was Argonaut who developed that. They also developed a game based on the movie Days of Thunder. And I'll say this, Race Driving, Hard Driving are not good games. They really aren't. But I have a lot of respect for those Game Boy editions of both of those, especially the Race Driving. Just thinking, like, how the hell can the Game Boy, the 8-bit Game Boy, handle that? Somehow it does, even though its frame rate is even slower than this, like 5 FPS. But they got it running, and give Argonaut credit. And I guess it's also the idea of, like, why, in a lot of ways, I miss Argonaut, a lot of companies that go away when it comes to that. They would take a lot of risk, a lot of tech, including the fact that, remember, it was their idea for the Super FX chip. I don't know if Nintendo said specifically whether they wanted to do it or not, but Dylan Cuthbert said, like, hey, if we're going to be doing this acceleration perspective of the 3D of this, I want to have a chip set for this so that we can have this running and have it look as mind-blowing for 1993 as we're seeing right now. So, okay, good, I hit that. Yeah, you can sort of hit the side of the, and that's the case. Yeah, this is where it's getting hard because you have to kind of just go around a circle and avoid getting hit by those things, but damn, it is hard to not get hit by them. Yeah, that was me right there as far as that. I almost lost all my health on that alone. And as far as pattern, yeah, you got me. I don't know necessarily what the pattern is. I just feasibly just get lucky as far as going through this. Try to go around, but also because they're see-through or transparent there, you don't know if you're going through the air or not. Alright, so yeah, there you go. Game over. Or fine, not game over yet. I'm thinking ahead. It's also one of those weird cases, yeah, they do start you in first person, so in some ways, like, well, okay, maybe yeah, I don't even know if necessarily slowing down or speeding up is helping that much. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was also the other case, like, yeah, your controls lock when you switch, view. Oh, okay, I just got clipped off, damn. Alright, so, alright, this is where it's giving me trouble. See, I thought Fortuna would be the worst case. But alas, no. As you said, barbecue chicken. I'm down with that. Okay, so I guess go to the side and then sort of go to the center and then go to the other side. I guess that's... Alright, there you go. That is your strategy, I guess, of what I'm thinking. So, like, I'm giving a strategy, I guess, to play this sort of. While saying, like, I don't know if this is even accurate. No! That one's shorter, so... Or this... Oh, crap. I just missed getting out of that. That's what happened on the test as well. Alright, let's try again. Okay, what? I was like, okay, what is I getting hit by? He's like, fine, these probably. Okay, you know what? Never mind, I'll scratch that. Go to the left. I guess they're not there. Something. Alright, let's see. Where did that come from? Yeah, this one's unforgiving. Yeah, insanely so. Yeah, we're level 3. They're not screwing around anymore. Ah, crap, I almost got through. Alright. I do have a continue, so we're good that way, but if I do get a game over, I will show the other way of getting back here. We didn't come back here right away. Alright, that's game over, so we do have one continue, at least. I think we have one. How many do we have?
Let's go.
One. Alright, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, Sector Z, there you go. Never my case was not like it's Sector Z for some of the aspects of it in Star Fox 64. TV doing well, Fox? Yes, sort of. Home care my R-Wings. Yeah, I don't care. Your R-Wings can, well, no, I don't want to crash them because I don't want to die. But clearly later, Slippy was saying, like, yeah, you know what, we can make this better. Actually, wait a minute, because I got game over. Does that mean Slippy's back? I don't remember. We'll see. Okay, well, Peppy's still alive, if nothing else. I don't have to watch my aim because I can't hurt you. Alright, so let's try again. Because here's the other thing, is like, yeah, the level itself is hard, as we're seeing, and seeing why. But also, it's something that I kind of have a little more of a fear of the boss here, even though it's something we've sort of seen before. Whoa. In this case, we'll use the boost to get through! Alright, yeah, using the boost to get through did help. I'll say the other thing also is, like, using the boost and using the brake in this one, it is harder to get a sense of, like, when you have to use it, but then it also can be very rewarding, as you mentioned, when you do get sense. Yeah, get lost. Yeah, fine. I'm trying to save you. Okay, he lived. I was like, wait a second, did he die as well? Yeah, because it looks like Slippy's gone. I guess he dies entirely, even if you get a game over. I wasn't sure if, like, they restored that, because actually, yeah, Star Fox 64 does restore that. If you get if you get shot down, you come back to the level, and all your teammates are back. If you got him shot down. In fact, we showed that when we did Venom on Experts. Hey, I remember that. But we did get through that somehow. We're somehow getting through this one, too. Alright, give me some health. And, you know, maybe if I can hold on to shield more this time. Yeah, we'll see if I can. Alright, so let's try this again. Yeah, go to the left. I guess that's what I'm doing. Okay, fine. Alright, so the shield helped at least, so I'm in good shape. I don't know if you necessarily need the shield to get through that, but we used it. Mind your own business, fuck. Yeah, sorry, I'm just shooting. Honestly, I'm just shooting everything. Like, I'm just basically not caring. Okay, fine. Right and center, sort of. Okay, got through. And health, thank God, thank God, thank God. Give me more health. Alright, now we're coming to the boss. I hope we can do this. I hope we can do this without dying, only because I think if we do, we have to go back to the checkpoint over there, and I don't want that to happen. Alright, then the bomb, I guess we could use. It was like, yeah, it's fine. We got 3. Alright, so into this ship of Sector Z we go. Same case as before, but also because it's transparent, you gotta be cognizant of where everything is. Go down here. Go down as low as you can, because if you're not, you're gonna get smacked. No, no. Go up. Ow. Yeah, just clip that. Yeah, give me some health. Give me some health. Oh, yeah, that moves on its own. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think in that case, I should be okay. Alright, keep shooting. Keep shooting. I'm shooting. It's not doing anything. Oh, crap. Bye-bye, wings. Alright, there is, AJ playing Dragon Quest Builders. I think it was on PS4. How was that? Anyone played that? Alright, yeah, it's the, what is that? That thing again. The, attack base. Attack base 2, attack harder. Yeah, same deal as before. You'll rotate around, you have to hit the, hit those areas. But the lasers will come back on this one. So that's where it gets a little harder. Same deal as before also is that the, like, that enemy will, yeah, you'll pop up. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess you can go away. Yeah, honestly, in this case, like, not much of advice I give, except to kind of go left to right when you can, when it stops, and hope it stops somewhere you can easily hit him. Oh no! And don't hit the laser. Okay, there we go. And yeah, that opens. You can still bomb it, but it also is going to close probably pretty soon, unless I hit another bomb and get lucky. Yeah, okay, yeah, because it could close. I think it's either after half health or after a certain amount of time, and the lasers are back. So if I can get through this... Alright, come on. Alright, so that's one. There's another one up there. Oh, yeah, they came right back on. Okay, so yeah, that's what happens. It's weird, this boss isn't that bad, because it's basically the same as the one we did before, but it's also something that, after what we dealt with before, I'm kind of drained. I'm like, oh, crap. You know, I did open again. Crap. Or closed again, I should say. It opened and then it closed. Oh, no, not you. Unfortunately, don't give me health. Oh, crap. Yeah, I was like, well, I'm going up again, or trying to go up and not. Alright, stop. There you go. I think eventually when you turn these all off, they won't come back on again. I think so. But yeah, just going up and down all around. Or, whoa, my head's spinning. Like, if nothing else, yeah, you're right. You know, being, you know, all excited about, you know, the 3D take. Like, yeah, we've never seen anything like this before. Usually just kind of going up and down with something. Like, okay, I gotta be aware of where I am to be going 3D. Okay, that's that one, that one. Okay. No! There's two of them! Okay, we do sort of see, like, the alien creature inside of him. I never actually saw that, so I'm glad we get to show that off for the purpose of this. Alright, come on. Okay, in there. There we go. No! Oh, crap. Alright, fine. Take that back. It will still close off, but if I do it one more time, we have him. I just want to get through this, damn it. Please. Although the next level is also going to be tough, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Alright, we're doing this. How did I miss that? It looked like I was just hitting right on it. Alright. Also, one other thing I guess to go into as far as the wings, you don't go down on your own, or when you have the wings, you know, you fly oblong, sort of, but you don't just keep descending against your, you know, unnormal case of, you know, not having wings, being off balance. So that's one thing I'll say. Yeah, but I'm not hitting anything, and I'm like, I want to hit these things. Honestly, the longer this is going on, the more nervous I'm getting. Yeah, I'm just shooting, but in a lot of cases, it's sometimes... That's the thing, is all I'll say about this area is like, oh crap, it went back on again. It looks great, but it's also something like, yeah, and it is playable still, it's just something that, yeah, I'm not good at it. So, you can see that. Ooh! That's that one, and just get the last one on the top, and just hit him once. Yeah, just hit him once, got him, thank God. Woo! Yeah, I feel that tension. So, Dollyfin, you're right, exactly. The idea, like, you feel tense, you're like, oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna make this. And when you do, it's like that great weight that is lifted off of your back. And it's great. At least for until the next level. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, I also need to get my wing back. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, Slippy wasn't so lucky. Yeah, Slippy's down. Yeah, sorry, my friend. I did get another continue. Thank God. Next up is Macbeth. We saw this in Star Fox 64, but it is not a mining depot. Or, yeah, a mining depot. It wasn't that one. The hollow interior of Macbeth is ideal for base. Prevent Andros from building one. Yeah, apparently we failed because of how Star Fox 64 went, but okay. Yeah, Macbeth is a lava planet in this one. And it does look really nice as far as how we're going, but like with some of the other ones, yeah, you gotta be careful of where everything's popping up, and I do want to get a laser thing so I can get a recovery of my wings. Also, this is more relaxing just kind of going through this now. It's like, it seems like I'm not necessarily going as fast, which is kind of a good thing. But the other thing is when you're under here, we have the volcanoes exploding. I'm a goner. Alright, it's fine. My teammates are dying. They're not living. Okay, I'm sorry, friends. So I guess that's gonna be the theme of this, which is that, yeah, no one else is getting out alive except me. I mean, but if nothing else, I'm glad I'm showing off the idea of, like, what's going on with them being shot down. Yeah, I am not finding anything laser-based. But so far, I'm also not running the other thing that's hard about this place, which is the fact that since it's an active volcano, you have the volcanoes erupting. Shit, there was one over there and I missed it. Okay, there you go. That's what happens. Yeah, they, the volcanoes explode and then the, rocks come down. There's a shield if I can go get it. Yeah, as usually without the, what is it? Without the wing. Actually, wouldn't that be hilarious if we go through the rest of this game and I don't get my wings repairs? Like, yeah, I'm literally holding on for dear life, and so is the R-Wing. Actually, in that case, we'll canonize how Star Fox 64 ended. Like, why did we not take General Pepper's R-Wings? Yeah, because this one's busted. We have to use our own. Yeah, okay, Falco's gonna be fine. His health is completely at full. Ow. Okay, I guess he wants to die, so, like, I guess my team literally does have a death wish. Who knew? Ow. No! Okay, that's the other thing also on this level. Alright, fine, I'm fixing my wings one way. That's the other thing about this level, and I guess with some of those, he died, or to quote, 64, if I go down, I'm taking you with me! Yeah, I did take him with me, but yeah, one other thing to mention is that the shield gauge, it is in red, but on this level, it kind of blends in. So, yeah, you don't necessarily get a sense of, like, how is my shield doing. Unless you get to a certain area, I guess, when you're kind of down low, I guess, yeah, put the R-Wing over it. So that's how you can kind of tell where your shields are lasting at, or where they're currently at. Also try to see if I can't find some health just because, but I'm not seeing any. Usually these things will give you health every so often, but I'm not seeing that happen either. Ow. Ow. More down to low health. Yeah, that's how much those bolts hurt, by the way. Alright, here's boss. This is, the spinning core. Okay, I think I remember how this works. Okay, yeah, I do. It's like, I practiced this whole game, last night and day before and every other case. Yeah, just shoot there. And you know what? Use the bomb. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Can I shoot them for health? Okay, no, I guess not. No! I'm getting really close. Oh, right. This fucking thing. Alright. Yeah, so what happens on that next part of the fight, yeah, he has those orbs that come out, and they're indestructible. I think also they have, like, they look like the bowling balls, almost, that Bowser puts out in Super Mario World. We'll see those in a little bit. Assume we don't get a game over here. Please don't let me get a game over here. I want that last continue for Venom. In this case, I'm just gonna avoid everything. I'm fine. I should care about, you know, getting hits and things so I can at least maybe get another continue, maybe. I doubt it. Whoa. But yeah, he takes a lot of damage for the purpose of this. Alright. Just over, so maybe we are gonna end up with all our teammates dead. Ow. Well, for me, I thought I died. Okay, I'm almost gonna die anyway. Crap. Yeah, maybe I'll just shoot him down and then bomb for the rest of them. Alright. No! Oh, I directed it. Okay, awesome. Crap. Okay, so you can deflect them. It's just very specific when you do it. Wait, did something hit me? Unfortunately, it didn't give me health. Crap. Oh no. All right. So that's game over. Let's do it again. Fine, the game over, but I do have one more continue.
Let's go.
You know what? I was not going to do this. I'm doing this now. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Wait, I think that save state I have over there is from Venom. So you know what? If we have to do it, we'll use that. Because I think it was from Venom for this. At least I believe it was. Because I don't want to use the save states if I don't have to, but I might have to.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm going to need it. Although, it is better now, so maybe I can have the laser case when I'm going through here. Alright, let's do Macbeth again. I mean, honestly, here's the other thing, is like, I don't necessarily think that the boss is as hard as some of the other ones we faced, or on this path anyway. It's just that I got to the end of it, and that was where I was in trouble. Honestly, the level itself is harder than the boss is. Because of the exploding, or the erupting volcanoes, and all the energy balls coming out. Watch it, Fox. Sorry, sorry, Falco. I'm gonna shoot you as much as I need to, if I have to. Okay, yeah, okay, it's right. Wait, did I miss it? Or maybe I didn't do the thing I needed to get it. Or, maybe it's here. I know the laser's right in front, so yeah, he's dead. Perfect, alright. So at least that gives me more of a chance. Ow. Is there something else that'll give me more of a chance? The shield, if I can get to it. Ew! You can see this actually kind of was leaning to the side there as far as that orb was like, yeah, that's how you get into this game. So yeah, I'm glad that's coming up too. Alright, there we go, checkpoint. Alright. I can hold these to the boss and, you know, not get myself hurt too much more. We'll be in good shape. Okay, Bogey on your 6. Yeah, I think you're going. You know what? I think everybody's dying. Ow. Alright, yeah, everybody's dead. Alright, so yeah, my wingmates are dead. Alright. So yeah, I guess I wiped the rest of the franchise out. Well, fine. They'll come back. Alright, fine. It's all me, and now I'm dead as well. Okay, let's see what happens. I guess here's the other thing. If I get a game over here, I'm going to try that save state again. If that's not what I think it is, I'll show the warp to go back, basically the level before that. So we have to do that again if that's the case. I don't... Yeah, we'll see. Ow, crap. Also, by the way, with my wingmates being dead, that also means that I don't think I get as many points at the end of the level for, you know, I guess extra continues. We'll see that if I can get through this. Yeah, I'm getting lucky also with the deflect on that one. Honestly, oh, yeah, that was always not sure. I was like, am I dead or not? Alright. Yeah, so it tells me this is going to be the end of the line. But as I said, we'll figure out where we're going, how to get to the rest of it. I'm not giving up on this game. But also at the same time, I'm not going to make you sit here for like 2 hours while I'm trying the same thing over and over again. So in that case, like, first, thank you for asking for the Switch version. Because yeah, I've been playing on the Super Nintendo, I've been shit out of luck. Well, sort of. Oh no! Okay, fine, alright, so you saw how the boss was. Actually, wait a minute, no, we're gonna, you know what, I realized, I think we would skip a boss there, so I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, that's a game over, and we gotta start over. But what I'm gonna do is hit ZLZR again. I want to see this on the save point. I just want to see if this was the end of this, because, like, if this is the expert path, yeah, it is. Alright, so, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, just for the purpose of, getting through this, I'm sorry. There is the level 6 of Venom. There is a boss that's there that we won't see, which is a pain in the ass, by the way, so... You know what, I'll tell you what we'll do. This is how we're gonna go through the rest of the game, and then what I'll do is I will show you the other things for that, and I'll show you the warp to get to, where it is, and we'll try to go through Macbeth again, so we can show the other boss. But in this case, we're gonna play through this way for level 3. So I'm gonna improvise. We'll make this work somehow. Ow. Okay, yeah, suddenly my wingmates are back, though, so there's that perspective. So yeah, they died, but it didn't count. Oh, I'm out of bombs. Okay. Yeah, because I put this down last night, I think it was, or the night before. For the purposes, it said, this is why... Oh, shit. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, no. Oh, okay, no, it is, because... Alright, okay, now it is, because these things are back, but they changed their direction on their own. Okay, good. At first I was thinking, wait a second, this is for level 3, right? Yeah, but this is the difference here, is like, yeah, you have those, pillars or whatever they are coming down on you. Yeah, if nothing else, you are seeing the full force of, level 3 and why it's so insanely difficult. But also how rewarding it can be when you go through. That was going so well as far as it, although, to be honest, as I said, if I was going to get a game over anywhere, I'm kind of glad it was there. I'm glad it wasn't level 1, that would have been even worse. Alright, yeah, good to see you, Peppy. I thought you were dead. Oh, whoa. Yeah, definitely need those. Also, that's the other thing also in those rings, by the way. They will kind of go up, or be up high when you hit the enemy, and then they'll kind of come back down again. Alright, that way. That's fine, I'll do that, do that. Oh! Oh no! I was trying to get that out of the way so I could do it, and I needed checkpoints, so we have to go back to the beginning of this. Alright, but as I said, this is going to be what we'll do, and then we'll try and figure what we're doing on the other thing. Yeah, in this case, you don't have to move too much until the end there, so perfect. Ew. Okay, yeah, alright, that was good I hit there, because, yeah, you don't take damage when you hit with shield. Alright, so, or get hit with the shield, even if you crash into something. Alright, we're gonna get through this. Okay, and I guess it's random what, teammates attacked here. I did not know that. Okay, yeah, it's the blue ones that change their direction on their own, and then you have to shoot it. Oh! Okay, I'm amazed that did not slam me in the face there. Alright, there is the checkpoint. Perfect. Alright. Hurry. Yeah, hurry on. Oh, right, you're in trouble. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're almost there. I mean, as I said, I'll also show part of what this boss is. If I can't show the full way, I'll tell you how the other part of it is. Because honestly, I hate the other part of it. So we'll see how this part of it goes. Oh. In this case, yeah, the blocks are being built right in front of me. We're almost there. Yeah, this is long. That I do know. Also, those will fly up in your face. Oh yeah, here we are. This is the Great Commander. Yeah, we didn't see it the other way. What happens is you're in space with that thing, and there are those hit icons that are on the chest of it, on the wings over there. You have to go back and forth against it in order to hit there. And it's insanely hard to hit those because of how very specific it is. Yeah, for this one, he kind of goes in directions like this and hit the other areas. It actually kind of looks like the Blossom Zonus in Star Fox 64. Okay, no, this is the one that throws the bowling balls. Okay, or I guess they look like bowling balls. I don't know if they were taking that from, or took the sprite maybe from, Super Mario World, maybe. You hit him in the chest that way, or hit him in the eye, or whatever that thing is, and just avoid the bowling balls. I think you can shoot those off. You know, let's try that, because remember, in Star Fox 64, you bomb off the arms, and then he, drops the crane to get them back. But yeah, there's nowhere for him to get them back if that's the case in this one. Now, I'm amazed I'm doing okay in avoiding this. Ow. Fortunately, the bowling ball blocked me. He will sort of stop doing that eventually, I think. Oh! Ow. Yeah, I don't think I'm even hitting the center anymore. It's like, yeah, I kind of am getting off of the target. Yeah, but he definitely has a lot of... Okay, finally, he's done. Oh, no! Oh no, now he has these things. And the bowling ball, so yeah. And I almost have him. Shit. You know what, fine, I'm gonna show you what I said I wouldn't do. Hold Z button and ZR. You know what, fuck it, we're doing it. Just because to show you what I said I wouldn't do. And that's the idea, so if I die again, fine, I'll show you that was the case. Yeah, we're gonna do it again. I could use that, but man, that would be boring if I keep doing that. But I did get the checkpoint, so we should be okay, I guess. Also, I don't remember if on this save state, if I have a continue here. I might not. I don't think there's a way to see that on the pause screen. It just says pause on the pause when you do it. Alright. We're getting through this, damn it. I'm determined. Yeah, Dolphin, you're right, as far as that. The idea is like, yeah, if this game is kicking your ass, yours, mine, anybody's, yeah, you still want to win. You do everything you can to make that happen. Whoa. Hurry, yeah, sorry, Peppy, I don't know if you're gonna live. Okay, yeah, sorry, Peppy's dying still, either way. Did we get him? Not yet, sir! Yeah, they're almost getting me, that's true. Yeah, definitely good as far as the Star Fox 64 quoting. As far as that, oh crap, I am in bad shape going into this. Yeah, but unfortunately, yeah, Peppy didn't live, so it's like, okay, fine, we'll sort of see him. Eventually, yeah, he'll come back, but not this way, yep. Yeah, because, okay, that's the other thing I didn't mention on the bomb, which is the bomb actually does go down in an arc. We do that, I'm hitting too early. So, alright, let's see if I can do it right this time. No, I guess not. Alright, I'm dead. I don't remember if I have to continue on this. If I don't, we'll, I'll load that one up again. Oh shit, I have tons. I have 3 continues.
Let's go.
Alright, we're in good shape. Alright, so we're not losing this then. Okay, 5,200, or 52,000 points. Alright, so you're seeing the, oh, that actually, oh wait, no. When you get a game over, you, go back to the level you were at. So, alright. Made this far, not legitimately, or fine. I did it off screen, and now it's here again.
Good luck.
Alright, let's do it. So back on Venom again. Yeah, here we go. Honestly, I'll say this also. When I did the practice on level 3, that was not a bad... This boss I'm fighting here didn't give me too much trouble, but as I said, the recording case... Ow. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you're right, as far as I came in. Alright, there's Dialoctus. Everybody's playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, except me. We will eventually play it. Or fine, I'll eventually get it, and I'll eventually play it more. So, yeah, there you go. Actually, Chad, have you played it? Or what do you think of it if you have played it? To me, of what I played of it very briefly, because one of my coworkers bought it, and so like, hey, I want you to demo it for the purpose of this for lunch break on the day it came out. I'm liking the idea that it's what I've been asking for Pokemon probably since 2008, saying, open world fully, do it, and they can do it. And they did do it, from what I saw. They did it pretty well. Basically, the idea also, like, the idea of, like, yo, the Pokemon are gonna kill me, potentially, so yeah. You know, take out the Pokeballs, toss them, and try not to die. Oh, shit! No! Okay, whoever that was, yeah, fuck you. You got me killed. My teammates aren't even trustworthy. So, yeah, okay, we'll assume for the sake of argument that was Pigma Dengar, who would not be a case until, well, Star Fox 2, technically, but Star Fox 64 to start. Because remember, Pigma betrayed Peppy and James McCloud, Fox's father, who is only mentioned once, so we'll show where he's mentioned a little later. But, yeah, he betrayed the team in the case of that, and then, yeah, joined Andros. So, like, whoever that was, like, they did that as well. Or maybe it's, and we may as well go into this at some point, when we do Star Fox Command. Star Fox Command has a lot of alternate endings and alternate pathways of story that I think they've said specifically are not considered canon, but there's some strange stuff that goes to that, even like ties to F-Zero. Or other ideas like what goes on with Crystal, who is introduced in Star Fox Adventures, and as well as was in Assault. Yeah, simply, if you're the one who shot me down, yeah, see, I couldn't tell which one it was, because I didn't hit them. Okay, fine. Yo, okay, he can go through it, so yeah, me doing that to him wasn't a problem. So yeah, I sound like a total hypocrite that way. I was like, no. So walk in there. Perfect. You want the twin blaster.
Twin blaster.
Oh, I'll tell you, if I'm far enough away, will I get hit by that? Okay, thankfully not. Okay, so checkpoint, and we're gonna do it. Yeah, at this point, it's like, no, I'm adamant. I want to do this. We're gonna get through this game. And you know what? I think, just for the purpose of how time is going, I'll put a look into that, or you know what I'll also do is I'll play off screen, I'll record that part of the game, and I'll show you. I'll put it in somewhere. Okay, that's what I was supposed to do. Hey, everybody. Yeah, as I promised, we're going through the area of Venom that we weren't able to on Path 3, and yeah, me practicing this. You know, yeah, the back and forth as far as, yeah, I was doing great off-screen, but when I was on, yeah, it was a disaster to some degree. But alright, as I said, I was promising you the rest of Venom for Path 3, and I'm going to show you. Yeah, that's what I should have been doing to that boss that we ran into. That was the last performing him on Macbeth, but yeah, fuck that guy. But alright, so let's go in. I am in good shape now because I do have my full lasers and I have 5 bombs, and I'm going to want all 5 of those for the boss we're going to be seeing here. At least for part, that part. Okay, there's my shooting star, and... Wait a second. Because I took the path, you know, I'm curious about something, because I took the, shortcut through the black hole to get to Sector Z to get to Macbeth here. It's saying level 1, though. Does that mean we're going to be playing the level 1 path? I don't think so. We'll see. Alright, well, good luck. Alright, let's do this. I mean, I'll know probably right away if we run into a case where this is. But yeah, this is level 6 for the first part of Venom when you're running through on level 3. Again, I wish I could have shown this to you while we were playing last night. Yeah, I'm recording this the day after, but yeah, if I have to do it this way, I'll do it this way. Mainly, I haven't really had that happen too much, admittingly. I think the only time I had that happen was with Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform when I realized that I didn't show off one of the characters, and then, oh yeah, I forgot to have the right microphone going when I played it. Alright, same case as before, pretty much just shoot everything. That being said, despite it sounded like maybe I'm having a little bit of a, I don't know, frustration on this, as I said when we played this game last night, I still do like this game, and I still did feel very, you know, satisfied when I got through what was difficult about it. I think that is the testament to this game, and that is why it still is something that I hold on to, or have been holding on to recently. In that case, because me playing it for the purpose of showing it off, because it was requested by Electverse on this one, as well as all the practice, kind of made me appreciate it more. So, Electverse, thank you again for the purpose of that request, because that sometimes would happen. It can kind of make me, you know, go to a game I haven't played that much, or enough, and really appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, everything is dying now, and... Okay, I missed the shield. I'm not going to use the rewind this time. I used it enough during the play, and I wish I didn't have to do that, but... I mean, if nothing else, I guess it makes sense as to why, and even then, I wasn't totally abusing it. It wasn't the Castlevania Bloodlines play, which, as I mentioned, I had to edit down from how it initially was, but, yeah. And I guess my wingmates are still alive as well, so better than it was last night, but alright. So let's take care of what was going on with the boss here and show off the whole game, because as I said, I gotta show off the whole game. I wouldn't be doing my duty if I didn't do that. But I did have a good time playing last night, but as I said, for the purpose of this, I'm stitching this in to what you're going to see next, so it might not make sense as far as what else is going to come forward, but either way. I think with the hyper lasers, everything is in good shape to be going away. It's just the boss here, and I can at least explain sorta what I wasn't able to show last night. Yeah, still having a good time, still enjoying this, and as I mentioned, next time we come back to Star Fox, as Dolly Finn was asking for, it'll be Star Fox 2 for Super Nintendo as well. That will be at some point, but yeah, keep those suggestions coming, either on the chat when you're on the show, or come into the show on Twitch, or down the YouTube site in the link below there. Alright, so yeah, we do have the, I'm trying to remember the name of this thing is, I should have the write down. Alright, I do have the write down as far as it was. Yeah, this is the Great Commander, part 1. Yeah, the first part of him, he's gonna spin around like this. He can hit into you and hit stuff with lasers and stuff. And remember, unlike the other Star Fox games, the lasers can damage your wings, so don't let that happen. It does create a great, you know, sense of, you know, tension of, okay, what we're gonna have to do. Alright, yeah, when he forms together to form Voltron or whatever, Here he is. Actually, no, it's more like a Star Destroyer, I guess, from Star Wars. Okay, here's what the deal with this is. He opens the hatches like that with the little orange and yellow lights there. You go back and forth, kind of making multiple passes. You have to hit each of those, destroy them, and when you do that, they open only for a small period of time, and yeah, you can hit the ship. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do what I'm doing. But as you destroy those hatches, he'll shoot out the orbs out. So what you want to do, and I probably should have done this to start, that's why I brought 5 bombs. You can aim the bombs and get them while they're open like that. You can bust them really quick. If you don't have bombs, what you have to do is you have to be very specific with where you're aiming, and without... Actually, no, hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to change the camera for the purposes, because I remember I was saying when we played that you have first-person view when you're in the space areas, but apparently I'm hitting select button on this. You don't have the first person, which would make this way easier, so you'd be aiming where everything is. And also you have to be careful of when the hatches close, and if you're off at a time on that, what you want to do is you want to use your brake to make it so that when you make the next pass, it'll open in time, and pay attention to where the light is. And try and avoid these. Try to deflect them if you can, which actually was doing a better job of during the test of this, and also, I guess, when I was doing the play to get up to this point today. I think I did do it when we played last night, so the point is, it was not too bad. Alright, so, where is the last one? You know what, sometimes you just want to take a pass just to get a sense of, alright, where is it? And then slow down so when you make the next pass, you'll be ready to blow up the area there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. It is on the left there, and actually, this did take me quite a bit of time. I was doing a test play on this. It took me about 5 minutes to break it. Did I get it? Okay, I didn't. Alright. Yeah, usually at this case, usually when you get to the last one, what you tend to want to do is kind of let the orbs go the one direction and go off and try and fake them out. Yeah, in that case, yeah, I was just hitting that almost, and I missed. But that is kind of the strategy. This can take a while for that very reason. And at that point, because it takes so long, you then get to a sense of, oh, it feels like you're not gonna do it right, but I did do it right, and I died with it, so how fitting. Alright, so I killed it, but I died into the same case of it. Alright, so yeah, that was not what I expected, but yeah, I showed you the boss, it died, and yeah, with that, let's go back to where in the stream this is gonna be inserted, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Because if nothing else, as I said, I want to at least give the authentic experience, but as I said, if I'm going to be wasting time, I don't want to do that either. I mean, Protorova gave me an earful when I did that with Castlevania Bloodlines, which is why that's the only play where I actually edited specifically what you saw from the play, when that's the one on the YouTube site, anyway. As I said, it goes to the perspective, this game is hard, really hard. Especially at level 3, they're not screwing around anymore. Okay, yeah, I didn't even know he died. Sorry, Falco, you're dead too. Coming up on boss again. Yeah, I want to take him down. Alright, so let's try this again. The other thing I also want to try to do is I want to try to see if I can't get rid of the cannons. Actually, I didn't really test if you could. Like, first, do you know if you can get rid of the cannons up there? You know what, we'll try it and we'll see what happens. If they put lights there, you'd think, like, oh yeah, I can shoot that. So maybe... But the other thing, if you use the bomb, you do have to time it a bit so that it goes. Alright, did it hit him? It sort of did. Honestly, I find these things easier to avoid than the fireballs, if nothing else, or the energy balls. Whoa. Oh no. Yes, as I said, I'm not necessarily having trouble, you know, avoiding the bowling balls, I guess. But it's also the kind of thing that I'm kind of annoyed. Like, I want to hit him, I'm trying to hit him, but I can't get an opening. Because I'll avoid what happened last time, which is, oh, they still come on me. Alright, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. We're doing the rewind. I don't care. I know it's cheap. I said I wouldn't do it. I'm going back on it. I'm sorry. Oh my god, there's health. Holy shit. Thank god I did that. Alright, fine. Alright. I don't have shame because I only did it. I only had to hit that once. Yeah, you can also do that and that'll... Oh, wait a minute. We're not done. Oh shit. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. I forgot there was another form. I don't remember where I have to hit on this thing. I should know, I practiced this, but like, yeah, I'm forgetting everything now. Oh, it's the head there. Just stay in the middle, sort of, and on the ground. So the arms don't splice me. Yeah, same deal, I'm sorry. I hate that I have to do this, I really do. But drastic times are calling for drastic measures. But sometimes, like, that one extra try makes it better. So it's like, hey, fine. This is not a legitimate playthrough, necessarily. But alright, fine. We're done that way. Thank Christ. But we're gonna see the end of this game, damn it. So I made it work. So, yeah. Thank you for the Switch request case of this. Alright. Let's fight Andros again. Son of a bitch, we need to destroy you. Yeah, it did. It also didn't take me by surprise that I completely, you know, screwed this one up. But alright. Your father records fire. Yeah, we haven't heard anything about his father in this game yet. But there is one other thing I will show off where you do. No! Ah, crap, my wings are gone. Alright, fine, I'm dying in the hall, but it doesn't matter. Well, fine, it doesn't matter now unless I get a game over here. In which case I have to start Venom again, and no way in hell I'm doing that. In fact, you know what? We're not doing that. I'll tell you why, because we were creating a restore point right here. Enough's enough. I'm playing this game as legitimately as I can. I was like, yeah, fine, enough's enough in terms of some of this. There's another laser upgrade, so at least we can have that going into this boss. Actually, in some ways, Andros is easiest here than anything else. Alright, this will be our last battle. Yeah, sort of. There is actually one other one I will show off. It's an optional one, but we'll show that off later. I'm gonna edit in that other one we didn't show. I'm sorry, like, for a second. Sorry, I couldn't do it. Same deal as before, shoot the eyes, and the cube comes back. And it'll do the suction in. But after we deal with not max headroom here, good one on that, by the way, Dogfin. There's something a little different he does. Which in some ways makes this easier. Because this is the last time we're going to be seeing that suck up and spit out case. We just bust him once with this, and we can see it. Oh. Unless it does that. Yeah, it looked like that almost hit me. It was like, okay, it didn't. I'll take it. Yeah, in this game, you take not getting hit when you think you should. But... Oh. Okay, got him. Well, fine, got him that part. Same deal as before, that the cube is underneath that. And he takes more damage for this, so you probably have to run through this 3 times in order to do it, or hit a bomb and see if that does it. Alright, so here's the different part. Or, okay, good. I was like, wait a second. Yeah, he turns into, like, this, I don't know, tiger head, lion head, whatever you want to say. He just shoots these. He doesn't do the suck-in. Yeah, fine. I was saying it's easier because, like, oh, you only have to deal with this, but, like, yeah, you have those orb thingies you have to deal with as well. But, honestly, I run into cases where, because I have a case that, oh, you know what, fuck it, fine, we're rewinding. Or, oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what, we're gonna rewind it. Sorry. I'm sorry we're doing it this way. I just want this... okay, fine. That's the other problem with as far as how that works. Like, you hit the L and R, or ZL, ZR, go that way, go back. Yeah, fine. Yeah, a benefit of monitored gaming, and I'll say one thing as far as that Wii U 3DS closure. The Wii U didn't let you do this. The Wii U did give you save points, or restore points. They only gave you 1, though. Whereas in this one, yeah, you can kind of go back, do the rewind. I hate that I have to use it. I really hate myself for having to use it, but as I said, don't have to do it. And I believe the bomb will still hurt there if I can hit it. It also makes it more difficult because I can't see where the bathroom tiles are. Fine, they're not... Fuck, alright. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting I have to hit the A button to, confirm that. Alright, fine. Yeah, if nothing else, you're seeing the struggle's real. Alright. It's just I'm getting reckless now because I'm like, yeah, I'm just getting really, you know, tense. No! Okay, there we go. Oh no, one more round. Ow. Alright, fine. As I said, I'm sorry this is it, but like, we're doing it. I don't care. Oh, but I did destroy the other one really quick. Alright, there we go. So I can kill him now. Oh, unless he does that. Oh, like he almost... Okay, fine, we're done. Thank Christ. Alright, so fine. Not a legitimate play. I'm sorry. But, yeah, we did it. Sort of. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show off now, after we do the credits... I will edit that other battle in. Like, first, I owe you that, for sure. And I'll do it. So basically, I'll do that repeatedly to get to that point of that battle. I'll give some commentary, so at the very least, the whole game will be shown. Because that was my nervousness on this. Like, okay, everybody's dead, so it's just me and Slippy. Alright, fine. We'll go and start our own organization that way. Anyway, as I said, that was my nervousness. Like, I wanted to show this whole game. I was concerned if I would be able to or not. And I did, sort of. And I'll show the 2 extra elements, because actually, one of them is a boss. One of those special areas we're going to run into is a boss, and I'll also show what I feasibly could have done if I had gotten a game over at Sector Z. But that's Star Fox Super Nintendo. It is hard as hell. It's so fun, though. But yeah, playing it raw, yeah, good luck. You'll run into cases where you get game over, you're going back to the beginning. Because I cheated. Technically, we didn't do that, but, there you go. At least level 2 went well. And sort of with level 1 eventually. But yeah, I mean, it is a good game. Super. No, it's not super, with all due respect. But, well, fine. It is and it isn't. It is in the sense I handled parts of this well. It isn't in the case of other ones. But, yeah, at least I did it well. I mean, as long as I gave you a good show to this, or will be giving you a good show to it, that's all I really care about. But I guess if nothing else also goes into the struggles of this. Or far the struggles of a game like this. It is in relation to me. Okay. Well, I mean, but then again, that's the other thing, that with practice, you can get to that point as well. And I think that's really the benefit. I guess that's the thing with Star Fox as well. I'll say this. Above anything else with this game, well, it gives me inspiration. Okay, well, I'm glad for the purpose of that. But, I mean, if nothing else, I'll say this. I'm glad you're mentioning that you're playing. You give me inspiration to keep trying. Well, Yeah, but I mean, look, me playing and some tips, well, yes, that's true, and I appreciate that. But then in some cases, you'll be your own driving force to some degree. It's like, look, looking at a game like this, saying like, hey, how am I doing all right to it to get a sense? But then also, like, you have to drive yourself to some degree. So in that case, that's that idea. As I said, that's kind of, I guess, the perspective of this. I guess playing around with the idea. Yeah, I killed this thing really fast. That was the other idea. It's like, so it went well in one way. That was super. I'll give you that much. That was way better, because I was thinking, I'm going to die to that one. I died constantly when I was testing this. It's also the reason why I tested this game. It's like, I was not going to blind run this, because as I said, I will not do it justice. As I said, I will still definitely do it justice more, so it'll also give you incentive to see the YouTube site version, so I will get onto that, probably tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, so we are seeing what the bosses were, and we did see them all, still, well, sort of. Because actually, the other thing is that the Great Commander, we did see it on the surface of the planet, we just didn't see it the way that we were running it. And we saw this without beating it. I think that's everything we need to do with this. If not, I'll put a picture in to say what part of this did I miss. No, the little spike thing at the bottom, that was the last form. So yeah, we did see all that. So okay, I'm making it work that way. So, but also don't take the perspective like me saying like, no, I'm not glad to have done this game, or saying like, no, I wouldn't have wanted to do it. No, absolutely. As I said, I do take whatever you want to see very seriously, and I'll give you the show that you want to see, hopefully. Hopefully I did that. So, there you go. But we're not quite done, because I'm going to show 2 more things off when we're done here. Alright. So, there's the Great Commander that... Yeah, the Iron Balls. Alright, so there you go. But I also like the idea of, yeah, what chat was saying as far as their insights with this game and other aspects of the characters. I wouldn't necessarily thought the Max Headroom case as far as Andros, so thank you for that, Dollyfin, and everything else as far as all of you in chat. Alright, so the credits are going to be the same that way. So you know what? Since we're... Actually, there's going to be a case we're going to show the credits again, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to load up 2 more things. Now, I mentioned before, on Path 1, when you go through the asteroid belt and you hit the orange asteroid in the middle of the gray ones, you do that point blank for each of those and then shoot the weird troll face asteroid thing. That warp point appears and you go into it. Yeah, I have a save point down for each of these things. Now, this takes you to the black hole. And this is also where they're going to talk about elements of the story, because they're saying, like, where is, James McCloud? Yeah, this is the awesome black hole, but apparently Andros created this from his experiments, and apparently my father vanished here. So, according to this continuity, the idea is that James McCloud, Fox's father... Oh, there's Edwack playing the Nintendo Switch Sports Online beta. Okay. I'll definitely have to ask him as far as how that's turning. But yeah, so in this timeline, James McCloud just disappeared. Whereas in Star Fox 64 and every other one, he gets stabbed in the back by Pigment Dengar, quite literally. Alright, yeah, this is the awesome black hole. What this is just a level where things are flying around. It's easy, to some degree, but here's the other thing about this. You get those things to the lives, which is nice if you get them all, but... Okay, I just got it. Alright. So what happens is it's going to circle around multiple places. And you go through, you can also basically keep going through this to get max bombs and max laser upgrade. Now there's a ring, I'm avoiding it for now. What happens when you go through that ring is that you actually warp somewhere specific. So, you can go 3 places. You can go to Sector... Y, was it? On the level 2 path. You can go to Venom instantly, and fine, I'll show this, and I'll rewind if it's not the one I'm expecting. Or you can go to... Yeah, the first one takes you to Sector Y, over on Path 2. The second one I hit takes me to Sector Z, so if I got a game over when we played Sector Z on Path 3, I would have loaded that up, gone there, and just come back here and we could continue to Sector Z no problem. If easy, we could try Macbeth again. I'm not doing that. And the other thing you do is also, if you go through the 3rd ring, when it repeats, you go to Venom on Path 1. So you basically backdoor your way to the end of the game doing that. But we're not going to do that. As I said, I'll edit in the parts I didn't show. So sorry about that. Okay. Now, one other thing. Let me go back here. When we did the asteroid field for level 3, I mentioned there was an asteroid you could destroy that was off on the right. I tried shooting it and I didn't destroy it. When you destroy it, there's a bird that comes by. You fly into it like this. Well, we go here. And I'll show you there. This is, and actually this time going to be where the game's going to end because, yeah, we got credits coming up at the end of this. Alright. Come in our wings. Fox, where are you? We need you to protect Corneria. We sort of did already, Joe Pepper, so, yeah, we're out. Yeah, we're going out, indeed, out of this dimension.
Good luck.
Alright. Getting really trippy. I've heard people compare this to Earthbound. Earthbound to this, feasibly. Yeah, we are in this area. We're shooting down paper airplanes while it's going very, very trippy with the graphics, and while it's playing a takeoff on the Voices of Spring by Johann Strauss. Yeah, we had the Johann Sebastian Bach case with Mickey Mania last week. Yeah, we're continuing the classical music case. And actually, again with Mega Man Legends, we go back to that next week because, yeah, go back to play Balloon Fantasy. I know Nocturne's probably saying, like, Christ, I don't want to do the Balloon Fantasy. That is not her fantasy, let's put it that way. But in that one, they play music from the Nutcracker, the Waltz of the Flowers. So yeah, we're getting the classical perspective going. And not just here. Yeah, you're just going through here, all this weird stuff, and yeah, paper airplanes, just shoot them down. Yeah, so getting very, very trippy with the graphics. So yeah, there you go. I mean, this is... Okay, I'll say what this is. This is a good metaphor for my state of mind when I was, you know, dying constantly on Path 3. So there you go. Yeah, you have also the weird cases like the moons and things with the eyes on them. So yeah, I'll say one thing about this Star Fox game in particular. It's probably, when I think about it, the one that's most in tune with, I guess, a weird case of itself. Sorta. Because in all honesty, I can't really think of many super trippy areas like this in the other ones, unless chat can tell me. Remind me of ones I might have forgotten. Maybe stuff with Star Fox Command, because Star Fox Command gets weird in a lot of ways. That being said, we are going through as far as what all this is. And there is a boss at the end of this, and actually it is technically going to be the end of the game if you beat the boss. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just keep flying around, keep hitting the paper airplanes, and if they get too close, they will come towards you, and it's not going to be pleasant. Yeah, because, yeah, they're paper, but yeah, they can hurt. So I guess feasibly the R-Wing is getting paper cutted. And yeah, so not... yeah, they should be planets by, for the purpose of this, they should have played planets by Gustav Holst. That's Gustav Holst, is that right? Am I pronouncing that right? Okay, so we have classical music connoisseurs in the audience that way. So, fitting, that would be an interesting case. Or it's a symphony from, okay. But we are going to hear a different piece of music, not that one. That is a good choice for the purpose of that. Which would be fitting the idea of it. Or if you're going to get a sense of, like, something like Fly Me to the Moon, which actually is in Bayonetta, which was developed by Platinum Games, as I mentioned, who made Star Fox Zero on Wii U. And Bayonetta 2 actually has an area that's a direct homage to Star Fox, which we'll do that when we do Bayonetta 2. Planets is a great symphony. Fitting, I guess, for this. Here's the final boss, technically. Yeah, with a piece of music that's starting to sound like the bonus, or like the Hammer Brothers music in Super Mario Bros. 3, but... yeah, it's a slot machine. We gotta play slots. We have to get 777s on this thing to beat it. Oh, I got lucky already, because here's the thing. You can get 2 7s on there. While hearing the music, it's the, When the Saints Go Marching In, the Christian folk tune of sorts from 1896. But it was more popularized by the Paramount Jubilee Singers in 1923, and Louis Armstrong from 1938. So yeah, funny to see the flying slot machine. Here's the thing, and this is why I stopped. You can stop the reel on... actually, wait a minute. No, I can't. Because if it's flashing like that, you can shoot it, and then shoot that out. And it'll hold the other two. But yeah, it doesn't always hold that position. It is a weird one, yeah. Okay, if you get any combination that doesn't have Andros in it, you get coins. You can touch the coins, you're fine. They are health. Yeah, we're trying to get that number, indeed, for when the Saints go marching in, so it's more fitting than expected. Alright, yeah, so you get Andros. You get him on any reel. You get the laugh, and you get enemies coming out, and it's worse if you get more than, if you get all 3 of them. Which you feasibly can, but when you do get Andros, what happens usually is that those flashing things go there, and you can kind of shoot that way to stop it. You have to shoot it very specifically when you have dual laser, because sometimes you just shoot, like, at that one right there and hit both of those buttons. So when you have the 7 like that, you don't want to do that. If you just wait till you get another 7, or, fine, get another Andros. Ow. Also, the other thing is, if this takes too long, I also do have a save spot down when I get all 777s. But I'll try not to, because honestly, I can get all 7. Or, wait a minute. Wait a sec. Did it hold on Andros on the reel? Crap, it did. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, this is how you're doing it, so... Okay, we got 2. So yeah, I think he shoots out more enemies usually. But I have 5 bombs. Let me just use them. Unfortunately, I can't blow up the slot machine and, you know, take the money out. Yeah, it definitely goes in that weird case. Yeah, this is definitely weird. I can't think of any other Star Fox game that does anything remotely similar to this. And yeah, it's holding that one. And it's, you know what? Fuck it. Let's show what happens if you get 3. Because I don't even know what happens when you get 3. Okay, I got the 7 at least. So that's fine. It is a weird case, as I mentioned, but I do kind of like the perspective of it. I guess it shows they had some fun making this game, if nothing else. Oh. Okay, so I guess it gives more laser blasts based upon how that is. Okay, so fine. The button isn't active, so that's good, because then at least I can hopefully get it active again, so I can hopefully get all 7s. And I guess here's the other thing about this, because actually I didn't even know this was a part of the game until semi-recently. Okay, I locked on the star, which I don't really want to, but... Look, I'll take it over, lock it on to Andros. Yeah, fortunately I can't hold it. Alright, fine, let's keep going. Yeah, I guess, I don't know if you knew... I don't know, I guess, chat, if you're familiar with this part of the game, if you necessarily expect to see a slot machine here and... Ow. Yeah, I'll try to get this thing legitimately. Also, if I die, I go back to the beginning of the stage. You know what, fine. You know what, fine. Just to save time, I'm going to show what happens when you get all 7s. I knew I did this for a reason. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm not cheating, I swear to God. Okay, fine, of course I fucking am. Let's not lie here. But yeah, when you get all 7s, yeah, you get the ultimate payout. So yeah, that's manipulating the slot machine one way, as far as that. So like, yeah, that's not a good case. Yeah, and then it explodes. So my winning made it explode, or my cheating to make it win exploded. Alright. And with that, you get the credits. Yeah, sorry for not, you know, doing that, but hey, I guess if nothing else, it goes to purpose this. And I'm running 3.5 hours on this game. Not that I'm trying to rush this, but still, it's like, well... Yeah, I still took too long. Neat. Yeah, neat that I eventually said, like, yeah, fine, let me set this up so I can go quicker on this. Yeah, we do see the credits. Also, they will not hurt you, but there is one other thing at the end of these credits I will show off as I go into, I guess, my final thoughts on this game. It is a very good game. It's a very hard one. And I guess in some ways, this play of it was kind of a half and half in terms of, did I get lucky recording, or during recording on level 2? Yes. On level 1... not quite, and level 2, absolutely not. And here, no, either. That being said, it is still a very good game. It is an important game as far as the history of Nintendo, and in some ways of console gaming when you really think about it, because of the fact that, hey, 3D gaming, and we mentioned this, it was a powerhouse as far as what it was doing, even though it's, yeah, aged as far as frame rate and things like that. But it's still somehow a lot of fun and somehow very playable despite all of those things you could toss at this, technologically speaking. So in that way, it is a good one. And, okay, in this case, chat, everybody seems to have played this game. Like first you requested it, Dollyfin, you've been playing it this week, as it is. It is still impressive. Yeah, I mean, and that's an interesting case because sometimes you don't get this. And yeah, you'll want to see when we play Hard Drive in that American Treasures 2 in May. That'll be on Memorial Day weekend because that is the week of... that weekend going forward is going to be the weekend we have the compilation show. Also, by the way, when we get to the end, you can also shoot the letters. I will show this. and I'll hang on to this as I go along. Also, yeah, this is the other case of, you know, being careful of having to shoot both things with dual laser. Yeah, because I can shoot both of them at once. I want to get them all upright. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting case. That has not done that. All right, so, and the other thing is that, yeah, the enemies can come along. Also, that one's in the middle. Yeah, they can crash into my letters. In fact, they're going to crash into my letters, Yeah, I'm not letting them do that. I'm going to bomb them. Also, you can actually bomb the letters, too. So, alright, so fine. One more. On that one. And I just, again, I have to be very, very, very specific so I don't shoot the T there. Oh, shit. Although, to be fair, there's nothing really that happens when you get the letters, but or get them all as orange this way. But it's always that perspective, like, yeah, I just want to have them line up that way. But yeah, I think I could do it now. Unless they do it to the other letters. Oh, fine. Oh, but yeah, see, that's the other thing. So the dual lasers don't help you very much here for this, but it's so sensitive, yeah. But here's the thing about it, is that there's not really much reason to do this except basically to change the music back to the, I think it's the music from the slot machine. One more. Got it. If I shot that one off. Alright, there we go. Yeah, by doing that, by the way, what happens is they come back and, you know, let me try and hit him with the bomb to see what happens with this. But yeah, the bomb hits it as well. Yeah, if you do that, what happens is that you get to hear when the Saints go marching in again. Alright, so yeah, let them hang that way. Okay, but, yeah, I mean, as I said, part of this, I'm like, look, I'm not going to beat myself up too much on this. I think I did okay for certain things, but I do hope I gave you a good show as far as this. And this is a good game, despite how hard it can be. I definitely had a good time playing it. As I said, this is my promise, if nothing else. Well played, thank you, and thank you for your support, all of your support. Because as I mentioned, this is always what runs into a case with this. Like, hey, if I'm struggling with something, what's to keep you from watching the show? It's like, hey, I would rather see something else. I think, if nothing else, I want to be open that way, as I mentioned before. As I said, I do take your requests seriously as far as like, look, I'm going to give you the game that you want to see and do it as well as I can do it. And at least be honest about that. So, at least there's that, and I thank you so much for making that request as far as that Electverse, and everybody's like, yeah, all of your requests, as I said, I'm keeping them down, I'm getting the games for the purpose of that. As I said, I got 3 of them. We saw Edwack come up on the screen earlier. I got his Mickey Mouse Capade. I got that today, actually. I was testing it earlier. It does work, I'm able to play it, and he's going to be in when we play that. At some point, I'll figure that. It's going to be later this year. For Dolly Finn's request, the one I bought along with this was Krusty's Funhouse for NES, which actually Edwack then said also he played on Super Nintendo, so that'll be an interesting case. Thank you. Well, no, thank you. And as I said, we'll play that for sure. I'm going to probably do that in September. I'll figure that as far as that. And Electverse, you said the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse for Super Nintendo. I bought that November 19th. That's going to be the day we play it because it'll go and coincide with its 30th anniversary. So as I said, any requests you make, I will fulfill them, as I said. That's kind of, I think, what I want to do to this. Like, look, I'll play stuff I want to play, or other people coming in, or coming on the show with me, or whatever want to be involved in. I said, hey, if you want to see something, I'm going to make it happen, and we'll have a fun time with it. And I hope you had fun as far as Star Fox Super Nintendo. It definitely is a good game. If you want to play it, it is on Super Nintendo itself, where it's only $20. It is not expensive, thankfully. As I said, with that Wii U 3DS stuff shutting down, which I guess I didn't really delve into super deep, although I guess I probably will in the next couple of weeks with the guests I'm going to have, and just also because of, you know, access to that stuff as far as it. I'm basically just getting a war chest figured out, like, what can I get? How can I afford this? And also, how can I make that go? So, like, yeah, get the stuff that's going to cost a lot of money or not be available anymore. But yeah, Star Fox was not on the Wii U or 3DS Virtual Console, so yeah, Super Nintendo is a way to go because it's cheap there, so it's not going to be costing you an arm and a leg as far as the original case. And the Super Nintendo Classic unit has it, and the Switch Online plus expansion pack, as we saw. So, alright, as we get this going on, I think, yeah, this will shut the show down for tonight, but I had a great time playing Star Fox despite my failures, and I hope you had a good time, and I was glad to fulfill this request. And with that, let's go into the next couple weeks of the program. Have a good night. I'll see you next week. Yeah, for next week. Let's talk about that briefly. Nocturne is coming back on the show. Last June, we started Mega Man Legends for the PlayStation. She was playing it for us. I was in a case that I had a family emergency going on. I had to, drop everything and take care of that. We were not able to figure out for months what our scheduling was going to be able to get back to that, because it was killing me. I was like, I don't want to leave this game hanging, and she didn't either. We finally figured it out. Next week, we're coming back to it. It's going to be more consistent so that we'll come back to it each month till we finish it, which I believe will be either March or April. But yeah, Mega Man Legends for PlayStation. We're going to go back to it for Part 2 next month. I'm sorry it took so long to get to this point with it. But yeah, Part 1 is up on the YouTube site. I'm going to watch it again. I'm also going to probably just do practice myself, even though I'm not playing the game, she is. But I'm going to practice myself, running the N64 version myself, but we'll play on PlayStation when we do it next week. But looking forward to that, and yeah, that's going to be a good time. And then, for the next couple weeks, let's go into that. I talked to Protorova. We are doing Ocarina of Time Part 3 on March 5th. So, that'll be then. And then 2 weeks, the week after that is going to be Blast Corps for the Nintendo 64, which I'm celebrating it for its 25th anniversary. That might be a two-part case. I'll find out in a couple of weeks, I guess, as far as that. And then the 19th, I'll confirm this with Nocturne. I think that'll be Part 3, maybe the finale of Mega Man Legends. And end of the month is going to be Dolly Finn. You are going to be coming in on the program. We're going to be playing, starting our next RPG, which is going to be Sailor Moon Another Story for the Super Famicom. Looking forward to starting that game. I'm looking forward to familiarizing myself again with that game and just going all the memories of Sailor Moon, anime, and other stuff in between. And April Fool's Day, or day after, for that show is going to be Batman Forever for Super Nintendo. That's going to be a laugh and a half, although in that case, I might have another situation of, me being, not as good at that one, because, yeah. Unlike this game, where you could say it's archaic by today's standards and has things, it still is impressive technically, it's still fun. That one, not so much. Basically, they took Mortal Kombat and put it into a beat-em-up game, but there's other weird things for that, and, yeah. You're not going to want to miss that. That's also the other annual custom is going to be the April Fool's Day weekend. Like, yeah, we'll play something bad specifically, but that's not to say, like, oh, we won't necessarily mix stuff in that way throughout the year. But yeah, that'll be our fun case. Yeah, come in and bring in any snark and any feasible references to the Angry Video Game Nerds play of that one. Because, yeah, it's pretty definitive as far as it, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to add, but we'll find out in the beginning of April. Alright, with that, I will bid you all good night. Thank you very much for watching Super Old Game Saturday for Star Fox for Super Nintendo. Thank you, Leckverse, for making the request. Next time we come back to Star Fox, I don't know, do you want to see Star Fox 2 as the next one? I said, I'll buy Command for the Wii U, so we can play that eventually. Because it would either be that one, probably, or Star Fox Assault, which is on GameCube, which was developed by Namco, actually. Actually, yeah, the only two I don't have right now are Star Fox Command and Star Fox Adventures. So Star Fox Adventures I know would be an extended case game. So I probably will do that one a bit later. But yeah, whatever Star Fox game you want to see next, let me know. We can do it. I have every other one aside from those two. Either one. Okay, so since we are kind of in this, I think we should do Star Fox 2 then. To show also, because here's the thing, Star Fox 2 was initially unreleased. So, now it is. So at that point, that'll be because I'll practice my case. Okay, so, Dolly Finn, you're going to want to see Star Fox 2, because I guess you said you're running us on Super Nintendo Classic Edition. So, yeah, you have Star Fox 2, so, okay. Alright, we'll do Star Fox 2 next time we come back to Star Fox, and I'm looking forward to that, as well as anything else you have to say as far as any game we play, and any other game you want to see. Let me know. I'll get them going, and we'll make them happen. Thank you very much for that, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your night, a great rest of the week, or weekend, and a great week coming forward, if I can unlock it. Yeah, I think you can. Given the practice you're doing on Star Fox 1, I think you're all set. As I said, you also saw some ideas as far as how this works. Like, look, I'm no expert at this game, as I mentioned, but gives you perspective. Night, thank you. Oh, of course, no problem. To you, Dolly Finn, you, Leckverse, everybody out there, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. Tilt? Oh. Yeah, you let me know as far as that, but as I said, either way for that, okay, I get it. We made the, okay, now, yeah, there we go. Tilting. Okay, tilting for, okay, there we go. Yeah, tilting with the L and R button. because when you said tilt, I thought, oh, that's the joke as far as what we did to the slot machine. Yeah, we made it tilt. Made the thing explode, basically. So, okay, double wordplay that way. All right, so again, thank you very much, Dolly Finn, like first, everybody watching Super Old Game Saturday for tonight. Have a great rest of your weekend, week coming forward. I'll see you next week with Nocturne, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week for part 2 of Mega Man Legends. Till then, keep being awesome. I'll see you next week. Thank you again for the requests and for everything you do to make this show what it is. And take care.